Yo, what is this? Stream elements. Hello? Question mark? Well, hello, hello. Hello. How are you? How are you? Oh, hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Hi. Out of any stream that you might see me simp today, I'm probably gonna be simping a whole lot in this one. Hello, hello. Hope you all like seeing a PSP game. Drinking my Dr. Pepper. Yo! Yo, yo! Yeah, well, also hold on. Wait a second. I need to make sure that the whole screen is, like, visible. Cause, this game is gonna be, like, a lot of reading, but then it's also gonna be, like, a lot of, like... You know how if you know Persona 4 Golden, and how that was, like, how we had to, like, kind of investigate who was the actual what thing, this is like that, but on a smaller scale. Hello, hello. Yes, yes, yes. There's Back. There's Bun. There's JB. There's people in chat. I'm excited, honestly. By the way, because someone commented about this earlier, I'm looking at you, Sasha. Not calling anyone out. Because I have Baber in the title. I don't know if you guys know. Only today will you be awake at this time. Only today. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Project, I think, Mouthwash not that one. No, Blue Mount, something Blue, Project Blue. It's a voice acting group. They made a Fate Stay Night Abridged series where they call the main like sword user saber class person not Saber, they call her Baber. That's why my title is like this, because the Saber servant in this game is my Baber. She's my Baber. I'm gonna prove why she's ultimate Baber with this gameplay today. Not with the gameplay today, but over time, I'm gonna show why she is why she's my top tier. Okay. Also, so I'm just gonna show this screen real quick, and then I have to I'm gonna have to do this. So okay, give me 1 second. Oh, you can see the music back there. Whoopsie doodle. Anyways, we'll put that back there real quick. Actually, gonna put it right over here. Okay, and then we go with this. Make sure it's not moved around too much. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. I'm gonna start a new game. I'm gonna go normal. I'm narrating what I'm doing right now. So that way, yeah. Okay, I think we should be fine. Okay. Yep. You wasn't expecting the Fate series. You mean Fate? Yeah, the Fat series. Oh my god. I know. Fat series, by the way. Oh, you can see that. Oh wait, hold on. Let me could see the whole thing. Hold on. Let me there we go. All right. I'm not Satan Abridged. Yeah. I am talking about the I'm not the devil, Rin. Pathological liar, no, destroy him. Something like that. And then next thing you know, she goes like, "Oh, I see now. You're actually Satan." Oh my god, I love it. Okay, all right. I need to get into reading mode. It's a bright, sunny morning. The air is filled with the joyful laughter of students. There's more activity than normal in front of the school gate. A crowd is forming as students are being called over. I wonder, what's going on? When I peer into the center of the hubbub, I see my friends and Student Council President Issei Ryudo. What's up, dude? Good morning! Lovely weather we're having, don't you think? Oh my god, wait, hold on. I'm still in the freaking way. Okay. It's so hard trying to position myself in these things because I don't know what would be optimal for maximal viewing of stuff. Do I actually, you know what? Do I go over here instead? No, this is we'll go here. We'll go here, I guess. So yeah. We announced at last week's assembly that this month the student council would strictly enforce school rules. I have been tasked with performing inspections to ensure students are in compliance with school rules. Now, it goes without saying that everyone is subject to inspections, even old friends. Now then, uniform inspection time. Alright, collar check, pant hems check, and your socks check. Next is the contents of your bag. Notebooks, textbooks, pencil box. Not even a whiff of contraband. Your nails are evenly... Dude, why do they need this extensive of an investigation? What? Of an inspection. Your nails are evenly cut, and your haircut is sensible. What? Indeed, quite remarkable. You're a model Tsukimihara Academy student. Someone like you ought to consider a future in student government. You'd be perfect for it. Oh, but I'd never tried to coerce you into joining the student council. Totally not coercing. We aren't like that. Totally. Yeah, totally, buddy. Totally. I 100% believe you. Now then, off to your classroom. Enjoy your day. Before I can reply, Mr. Diligent Student Council President is on to the next student's inspection. Hungry for gossip on their way to their classrooms, the students jabber about the inspections. Things are always so gently bustling in the morning. Another peaceful beginning to another peaceful day. Yeah, very peaceful. Alright, I think here's where I'm gonna quickly do something, just a quick moment. I'm just saving. Alright. Alright. And there we go. We should be fine, just to save one more time. Wonderful. I'm not the devil, Rin! Oh my god. Oh, that's how I... That's right, I forget. That's how you speed things up. Oh my god, okay. Alright, so... let's... How have I been? I've been pretty good. I've been pretty alright. Alright. Let's go look around real quick, actually. Welcome and enjoy your stay at Tsukimihara Academy. I just wanted to try saying that once, just to see how corny it would sound. If you continue right, you'll find the archery range, but you should head for the school building now. Your classroom is on the 2nd floor, right? How do you know? If you don't get to your classroom soon, you'll incite Tiger's wrath. Oh my god. That's crazy. But yeah, I've been pretty alright. I took a little break from streaming because I wanted to frankly just have some time to myself. I think I probably got a little burnt out from streaming. So yeah. I took a 3-week break essentially. A little short hiatus. And then in that time though, I've just kind of been frankly just chilling out. So you better head to the classroom. Our classroom? To a ring a bell? Interesting. Alright. But yeah. I just took a break from streaming a little bit. And I've just been chilling out. I've been reading some comics actually. I've been reading comics. I've been on a crashing out mood, I guess. I've been crashing out over a particular comic. Oh man. Chimes raise curtains on humble days. Precious as a handful of gold dust. Interesting. But yeah. What is it? But yeah, I've been on a crashing out mood because I've literally just been reading the Spider-Man comics. Also, wait a sec, I just realized that it's probably... Hold on. Oh, wow. You two have been doing your own crashing out of doing a rewatch of a favorite anime? Your favorite, of course. I see. Your favorite. Yeah, no, I've been, so... My recent crash out has been oh my god. You know how certain characters just should or should not be together or something like that? You know? And it's just based on story trajectory, right? Oh my god, dude. I've been crashing out so hard with one particular pairing within the fandom. So I've been reading the Spider-Man comics. And then at the same time, I'm also reading the all-new Venom comics. And then I'm also reading the Black Cat comics. Now, if you're not in the know within the fandom of the complicated history of Spider-Man girlfriends, if you haven't seen any of those videos, you'll know that Marvel hates any main story spider person, they hate having them have committed relationships. Absolutely hate it. They do not like it. I think one of the editorial, this is something I got from an LLM, so I don't know how true this is, but one of the people on the editorial panel for Spider-Man comics have said that they prefer their Spider-Man unattached. And I'm like, what in the... I don't know if I'm taking that out of context, but I'm just here like, what in the... And it's so... I'm crashing out. I'm already crashing out just remembering it. Anyways, that's one thing. So I've been reading the Black Cat, Mary Jane, or All New Venom, and then the main Spider-Man comics. And I've been reading those three in particular because Black Cat has like a very complicated, toxic initially, kind of growing into healthy, dynamic, kind of like relationship trajectory with Spider-Man so far. And then I've been reading the All New Venom comics because the new Venom symbiote host is Mary Jane Watson. If that name doesn't sound familiar to you, Mary Jane is sort of like the Lois Lane to Spider-Man, essentially, right? You support spiders, but you can't support their lifestyle. Like, that's literally Marvel Comics. It's literally Marvel editorial. It's Marvel editorial. It crashes me out so hard. I'm so mad. I'm so pissed off. Anyway, so, Black Cat and Spider-Man, they have, like, insane chemistry. The kind of, like, the stereotypical, I think, image of this relationship is, like, these two have insane chemistry. They work well together as superheroes, but they can't compromise on their morals because Black Cat is like a cat burglar. You know how that is. And Spider-Man is all about like good morals, like responsibility, be the good guy constantly. He can't support stealing things from people. And Mary Jane and Spider-Man, they're like Superman and Lois Lane, essentially. They're supposed to be like the iconic relationship. It's the relationship that's kind of like propagated throughout all media, essentially. Like you see in every other Spider-Man game, it's just Mary Jane and Spider-Man, Mary Jane and Peter Parker. That's what it is. And like, my main contention right now is that in the main Marvel comic storyline, they don't support that anymore. They've explicitly went like, they're not gonna get together. At least for the time being right now, they're not gonna get together. Lois Lane has broken up with Superman in this instance. And I guess Diana, aka Wonder Woman, has gotten together with Superman. Or something like that. I don't know. It's basically like Peter Parker, just based on healthy relationship dynamics, at this point, should be with Black Cat. Anyways, I'm crashing out. I'm already crashing. They're not gonna do it because Marvel editorial does not want their spider people to have a healthy relationship. I don't know what it is, but they just don't want their main heroes, spider heroes. They want them to be a family, but they don't want them to be together. Like, I'm crashing out. Anyway. I'm so pissed off about it. I actually ranted about this in a freaking Discord. In a different Discord. I ranted about this because I was just like, ah! Oh my god. By the way, Mary Jane, in the movies, is kind of like propagated to not be able to like be in a relationship with Peter Parker, but yet they still keep on being together because, like, again, like Mary Jane is supposed to be like this damsel in distress that constantly gets saved by Peter Parker. So it's like Spider-Man, kind of like the shallow view of like what Lois Lane and Superman is like, where Lois Lane is like this damsel almost in distress kind of situation. Except I think in the comics they're technically more than that. Like, the thing about Mary Jane is that she loves both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. The contention there is the fact that if she has to suffer the cost of loving Spider-Man, which is that if Spider-Man has a vulnerable spot, which is his loved ones, they're gonna be the target. His anonymity makes them a target, like makes them safe. But if his anonymity gets compromised, then they're compromised. Like, the reason why Peter Parker has the mask is that way he can keep his loved ones safe. And like, the thing about Mary Jane is that, like, she was great. They were married. And then one comic issue happened where, like, essentially their marriage and their family, because they had a family together, they got compromised. Like, that one comic issue, if you don't know what it is, the specific comic line issue that I'm talking about is One More Day. Like, they were married, and then one more day happened, and then next thing you know, all of that disappeared. And I'm like, they get divorced. They didn't get divorced. No. They've been retconned. It's worse. It's worse because they got retconned magically, and it was such a bad story. Anyway, I'm crashing out. Oh my god. And then at this point, I'm just saying, just get with the bad bitch. The quote, bad bitch, who's like, who you've been developing a really healthy relationship with. But you know what's gonna happen? Marvel editorial is gonna be like, no, he's gonna get them with the bad bitch, and you know what's gonna happen? For some odd reason, they're gonna get magically retconned. Like, anyway, I'm done crashing out. I'm gonna get back to gaming. As I enter class, I see Mata with a bunch of girls. Why he's so popular is a mystery. Oh man. Hey, when did you show up? Wait. Oh, yo. Mm-hmm. And it's like word of mouth, yeah. In my anime, you just don't want your favorite character to date any of the love interests, and she had more chemistry with her toxic bestie. Like, what? I hate her, but I love her enemies to lovers potential, right? It changes from person to person. Man, you keep listening to Marvel stories, and it's like word of mouth. It changes from person to person. Like, what do you mean? Like, is it because of like the Marvel movies, or is it like the Marvel comic stuff? Oh my god. Right now I'm basing off sort of like recent events that's been happening in the comics, and what's the real story? The real story, I think, is basically the comics. So the real story in the comics, what's considered like the canon, like the absolute canon timeline, you should listen for the word Earth 616. That's like considered the main official storyline for a lot of heroes that happen in the Marvel comics. So Earth 616. All the events I'm talking about happens on Earth 616. And I should mention, there's been some characters who come from alternative Earths that through just popular like notoriety, like people just loved these characters so much that Marvel themselves use magic to retcon them into the main storyline. What this means is that, okay, I'm gonna crash out again. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna crash out again. There was one of like Peter Parker's most significant lovers is a girl named Gwen Stacy. Wait, but don't crossovers happen with Earth 616? They do. Crossovers do happen with Earth 616. It is literally magical BS. Okay. Based on what I know, hold on. So what is established fact is that Peter Parker had an initial lover. Her name was Gwen Stacy. This was like his first real magnificent love. And the reason why Gwen Stacy is like iconic is because she could like match Peter's nerdiness, and like she was like really bright, kind of genius, really challenges Peter essentially. And she's iconic because she got her back broken by Spider-Man with Spider-Man trying to save her from a fight with the Green Goblin. There's an iconic comic panel where Spider-Man is like holding Gwen Stacy in his arms, shaking his fist up in the air, and says something along the lines of, "Green Goblin, you just took away the woman I love," essentially. And it's like a very tragic thing, and it causes Peter to absolutely go ballistic on the Green Goblin. And so that's sort of like that significant thing. So Peter carries that trauma. And the person she got her back broken, death by snooze suit, No. It's Lamau, bro. But yeah, she like got her like her back was literally snapped of the Green Goblin scene with Andrew Garfield. Yeah. That's what that movie tried to like redo, is like try to put on screen, for her death. Except for in the comics, she did die by like a web line snap to her stomach, like her back breaking because a web line made her back snap, and that was on a bridge. In the movies for with I think Mark Webb, for Mark Webb movies and Andrew Garfield, she gets her back broken in the clock tower, and not only that, she possibly also snapped, like she hit the back of her head against the concrete in that, and if she didn't, then still her back is broken. So, but yeah, that was oh my god, that was something. Anyways, Andrew Garfield's such a great actor. Anyways, so that's something significant. Okay, why am I bringing up Gwen Stacy here for Peter Parker's like relationship history and retconning? Gwen Stacy in another Earth 65, was Spider-Woman. She's the one who got the spider powers. Gwen Stacy was the one who got the spider powers. And Peter was the one who died in that world. And after a whole bunch of events that I have no exact details on, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Woman, aka Ghost Spider, gets like this cosmic cube thing that lets her reality rewrite herself out of Earth 65 and into Earth 616. With her father, who knows she's Spider-Woman. So Gwen Stacy is technically alive in Earth 616. But it's not original Earth 616 Gwen Stacy. It's Earth 65 Gwen Stacy, who's Ghost Spider. And is she a part of Spider-Man's like love interest history? Not her specifically. She has a crush on a dude named Fabian, who's like this spider tormentor, whatever the hell. I don't know, dude. It's anyway. Retconning. Oh, another thing. Another Spider-Man is in the play. Miles Morales, right? Miles Morales comes from Earth, I think 1610. That's the ultimate Spider-Man, like, comic verse. Where Peter died fighting the Green Goblin of that world. And the Goblin of that comic line is like a hulking rage monster with like fireball abilities, essentially. And he was in a pretty healthy relationship with Mary Jane. Mary Jane actually kind of like could kind of like take the balance of Peter Parker being Spider-Man. And this is all happening in high school. So Miles Morales became like the next Spider-Man of that world. And then through other events, I'm not as caught up. I don't know much of what happens with Miles Morales. Honestly. Miles Morales gets rewritten into the main comic book line Earth 616 from Earth 1610. And it's I don't know. This is why I drink. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to gaming. Oh my god. This guy's such a sleazebag. I fucking hate Shinji. Nah. I'm so pissed off, dude. I'm so pissed off about fucking I'm so pissed off about oh my god, relationships. Fictional relationships. I get so fucking pissed off about fictional relationships. If that isn't a thing. Oh my god. If that isn't a thing, I'm so pissed off about fictional relationships, bro. I mean, anyone would see. It's like a blue-haired Kizami, yeah. I don't know who Kizami is. It's a little early for so much abuse. But as it's Shinji Mato, It can't be helped. His arrogance is almost palatable. I don't know what he's saying, but it makes all the girls squeal with joy. From Corpse Party? Yeah, he's... Was he like the big creepy guy? Was he like the big creepy senpai dude or whatever? Actually, let me rephrase. His popularity isn't so much mysterious as it is unnatural. Oh, interesting. I was just doing a little math tutoring. This stuff is beyond easy. Well, for me, anyway. Wait a sec. Hey, Mato, isn't the answer to this question totally wrong in every way? Tall creepy guy that got turned into a science example. Yeah. Like he got like, I think I remember him. Yeah. What in the? I'm the one who solved that. There's no way it could be wrong. Oh my god. This bro might have the personality of a particular person. That's, yeah, a particular person. But look at this. It says 1 to 2 plus 2 equal 5. Oh my god. Anyway, dude, I'm so crashing out internally from the fucking comic book shit. I never make such a stupid mistake. It's all your fault. You're the idiots here, not me. Oh my god. Fucking narcissist. Fucking narcissist. As Shinji raises his voice, the girls all panic and run back to their desks. I hate dealing with the proletariat. Oh my god, proletariat? What the heck? What 2 plus 2 equals 5? I know, right? Especially when they think they're my equal. It's really pathetic that these worms don't know their place. That's why I like you so much. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Oh god. I feel such a visceral reaction in my soul to want to sock this guy in the chin. Someone please, I know, right? Even though you're boring, you know not to steal my thunder. You're the ultimate sidekick. Tell him to button up his shirt. No, keep it unbuttoned. Because that's how I can, like, break his sternum. No. Oh, man. Shinji flashes me a smile. It's weird how I never take offense at the way he talks to me. By some strange twist of fate, Shinji Mato and I are friends. Get a life, bro. Tell him to unbutton his shirt, so that way I can break his sternum gun. Yeah, I know, right? How we became friends was... I can't quite remember how it happened. I want to say we met in the spring sometime. The bell for class rings as I try to recollect. And who should fly through the door but our homeroom teacher, Miss Fujimura. Oh my god, it's Taiga! Taiga Fujimura! Oh my god. Phew! I made it! Good morning, I can't with her. And Miss Fujimura trips, falling painfully onto the floor. How we became friends? I don't know. Magic BS, I guess. Do y'all ever think about certain friends you can't believe y'all ever friended in the first place? Kind of a few, yeah. Kind of, yeah. As she lands, her head strikes the corner of the platform at the front of the classroom. Ouch! The classroom goes dead silent. Every student's attention is focused on the same thing. God damn it. Well, not really. Yeah. I mean, I have made some friends where I'm like, what? How? Yeah. Again, how does she manage to trip in the same place every time? Listen, you. This isn't time to be making stupid jokes. You can't believe you friended back, but I'm happy with your choice. Hell yeah. You're right. She isn't moving. Did she get knocked out or something? A few brave students get out of their seats and crowd around the still comatose Fujimura. Hey, Miss Fujimura. Miss Fujimura? Are you okay? What? Huh? What's wrong, everyone? Hey, class is about to start, so get back to your seats. Pronto! Oh my god. Excuse you, I'm here, you know, Lamau. I've fallen and I can't get up. Miss Fujimura jumps to her feet as if nothing had happened. It's almost as if the memory of her sudden and violent trip to the floor was totally erased. As this happens all the time, no one seems to notice or care enough to say anything. Oh my god. But no one gives a thought to how odd it is for this to happen every single day. Every single day. They may have brain damage. I think the brain damage spread. The scene playing out before me seems to never change from day to day. The same exact lessons, the exact same subject, the exact same content. A little too simulated for perfect life, huh? Today we're going to study the biography of Dr. Peaceman, a talented physician who... You're being silenced enough. Being silenced? Unbelievable. Miss Fujimura is conducting class today the same way she does every day. Silence bottom back. Bottom back, what the fuck? Oh my god. Lamau? Question mark? Your switch, Lamau. What? You may not know, but when I was young, an unknown pathogen was the cause of a serious epidemic. In fact, outbreaks were common. But now, most illnesses are cured using nano thingamajigs. What? Thingamajigs. What? And FYI, I'm still young. This will be on the test, so be sure you don't forget it. I mean it. Lamau. Oh my god. Her ensuing laughter stopped short at her eyes, which seemed deadly serious. Just as everyone is about to call Fujimura out, the bell signaling the end of class rings. Alright, that's all for today. Be sure to study hard tonight, and don't forget those important points I told you about. Interesting. While today's class wasn't all that boring, it is a relief when the bell rings. Taiga looks like Miss Yui from Quartz Party. Are we basing off everything from Quartz Party? Wait, hold on. Miss Yui? Shadow the Hedgehog said I'm a bottom, so I'm gonna piss on them. No, wait. I think it was more, I think specifically it was like... Oh my god. I feel like Fujimura is just a bit of like the classic, like Japanese female teacher look. It's usually some like middle-aged woman. But yeah. I'm gonna piss on the moon! Pissing! Take that, Obama! God. Let's see. Thank God that's over. I was getting sick of all the busy work. It's about her hair and earrings. Being a student sucks. The worst part of the whole deal is having to attend these stupid classes. Middle-aged woman is the best teacher. Is the best teachers to have. You're still here? That's unusual. You don't have any plans, like a date or something? Sir, please button up your shirt, yeah. Because they can relate to you and you can relate to them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, maybe I'm confusing middle. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can, like, somewhat relate to them, but they're still, like, a bit older than you to give you a little bit of, like, teaching. I'm just messing with you. I know you're too big of a nerd to ever get a date. I mean, you're just going to your dork club, the journalism club, right? Bro. Wait, what age is middle age? Usually around, like, 30 to 40. Usually around, like, 30 to 40. Like, it's kind of based on life expectancy, so around, like, usually late 30s to early 40s is kind of, like, considered middle age. Well, seeing as you're boring, as stale white bread, your life is exactly as it should be. This fucking bastard, bro. You know exactly what your role in life is, and you stay there. Well, catch you later. See you in class tomorrow. Thinking back, why did I friend the people you did back in school? Thinking back, he's making me think back. Lamau? Now you're mad. Oh my god. Are you just gonna crash out over memories? Oh god. Let's see what you got. Hey, the editor and the chief of the journalism club was calling a general meeting. You better go. Oh my god. Hold on. Dude, this is giving me like Persona 4 Golden. Guys always bolt when it's time to clean. The lies they tell to get out of helping are pathetic. Do you hear what am I hearing? What am I hearing? I hear like a shuk. I hate wearing uniforms. I should have gone somewhere that lets you wear regular clothes. What? I'd kill to be able to wear the black uniform of the student council like you. Interesting. What about you? What are you here for? One of my desk legs is shorter than the others and it keeps shifting around. Ugh, it's driving me insane! I guess the journalism club's been busy. I mean, with all the weird stuff happening. Weird stuff? Recently, a lot of students have been getting hurt. Rumors that there's a slasher on campus. Oh my god, whoa. You had a friend who would bully you with their friend in the morning and be your bestest friend at the end of the day? You have a friend we trash on each other all day, all night? We best mates. This wasn't a friend. This wasn't a friend. This was a bitch. Yeah, no. So like with guys, like we kind of flame each other, but like it has like this like hidden like reciprocity, like this hidden like sounds like a toxic relationship. Yeah. It seems kind of pathetic to just head straight home after school. I should join a club. Oh. Okay, so apparently there's something happening on campus. The editor-in-chief... Oh god. The editor-in-chief of the school newspaper is calling for you. You better go talk to her. You're throwing shade, but without animosity. Right. I really wish I was dating Shinji's sister. She's that cute girl in the nurse's office. And we'd get married, and she'd feed me, and I'd wake up to her every day. Squee! Oh my god, did he not? But the thought of Shinji being my brother-in-law is... Ugh. If only they weren't related. Damn. If she was... She was crying because you didn't sit beside her at the library after school, and she insulted your crush while you walked to the mall. That's crazy. We have a friend who would throw animosity towards us. Bro, that's crazy. Hey, what's going on? More drama? The school newspaper has been so busy these days. There's a lot of weird rumors to check out. Interesting. Really trying to sell the... Hello, fellow journalist. First, go off and listen to what the editor-in-chief has to say. Take care of whatever it is. She's so hyperactive. You're the only one who could stand to be around her. Lamau? We have a friend who would throw animosity towards us. I never treated that man as my friend. I didn't like him at all. Honestly, that's fair. Oof, yeah, that's rough. That's so weird. I tried to go to the library before exams, but you can't get in. This is the library. There are weird mechanical noises coming from inside. I'd check it out, but the door is locked. But we don't like bots here. But get out of here, bot. There we go. Gulp? Don't gulp. What the? Unless you mean gulping for like the library. All right, editor-in-chief, what you got? Look who's here. It's the newspaper. It's a newspaper's club. It's the newspaper club's ace. Got any leads? Wanna mod me enough? You eat your friend's butts, so I eat yours too. Oh, I see. Feel free to eat the bots. You know what? Let me hold on. Free of charge. Let's do back the week here. There you are. I think you should be good there now. You know, it's not really extra work since you're already a mod elsewhere, right? Yeah. What? Did you forget? You have to write an Unsolved Mysteries of Tsukimihara article. Come on, I told you yesterday! There isn't very much time left before the deadline! Well, whatever. Your work's always good, so I'll leave this in your capable hands. Look, you have an S-word, Lamau? What? I feel the power course through me and in me. Look, you have an S-word, Lamau? That was easy, right? Well, that was easy. Jeez, my benevolence is like a Black Panther running around. Yes, that doesn't make sense. What? So that's that. I've done some of the investigating. It's your job to do the rest. Don't look so surprised. There's a method to my madness. Okay, so about the first preview edition, the one called Gateway to the Paranormal. So listen. There's supposedly an entrance to the spirit world at the rear of the archery range. One time, a male student who got bullied a lot was told to pick up trash there, and vanished. Everyone's totally convinced that there's paranormal activity going on back there. Isn't that scary? I mean, ridiculous. Ridiculous? Anyway, go sniff out the truth. Leave no stone unturned. Your nose and eyes are the tools of the trade for a journalist. Got it? You're the mysterious one. Let's do this one, yeah. Yes. Your reply should be, yes, ma'am. All right, hop to it. Oh, wait, I should probably not do that. Oh, man. Only you can read that message. The cafeteria is just up ahead. It looks like they're also getting ready. Wait, what? Over here? Out of the blue, a feeling that something was moving behind the door overcame me. As a rule, students aren't allowed inside of the supply room. It might just be a rat or something. Who... You can accept it or not accept it back. What is the S word? No, you're saying you have an S word. An S word. A sword. I freaking... Get out back. So you know how... What does YES spell, guys? What does YEL spell? For some unknown reason, I find my eyes drawn to the door of the supply room when the door is suddenly and violently thrown open. Oh, holy... What do you think you're doing? Without warning, a man appears from out of the shadows. Dressed in black with a dour expression, the person in question is very intimidating, with a dour expression. Can't you're a mod? But that sense of intimidation is immediately replaced with extreme discomfort and unease. A sudden, overwhelming sense of danger gives me goosebumps all over my body. His cold, blank stare sends chills down my spine, as though he's marking me for death. For some reason, it feels as if he is deciding whether they are to break my neck or skin me alive. Odd. Your name doesn't appear to be on this list. But I had better make sure. He begins to mutter under his breath while at the same time he reaches out with his right hand. The chills running down my spine gain intensity as waves of nausea and vertigo wash me over. I feel like a rabbit watching the wolf draw near. Maybe this isn't just raw terror. I think he's holding something that's making me feel this way. You're not even trying to fight. My instincts aren't as sharp as they should be. I need rest. The note of disgust in his voice is obvious as he slowly lowers his hand. The paralysis that seemed to take hold of me suddenly fades away. The man continues to look down on me with those dead eyes of his. Are the sound effects supposed to be so quiet? Sag. Wait, hold on. Is it really that quiet? I can, let me increase the volume then. Let's do this real quick. Okay. Students are forbidden from entering the supply room. You do well to remember that. The campus is about to close. If you have nothing else to do, I advise you to go home now. Is there anything else? Huh. Kyosho Kuzuki. Interesting. He's so edgy, he really is. As mod, are you unable to accept my messages? Hold on. My name is Mr. Kuzuki. I'll be teaching here starting today. The man who introduces himself as Mr. Kuzuki turns and heads back into the supply room. With that, the final bell begins to chime, signaling the end of the school day. Emo daddy, Lamau? I mean, yeah, everything begins to progress as normal, as if nothing out of the ordinary had happened. But I'm still sore and slicked with sweat, an all too real reminder of what happened. Wonderful. We now have a teacher with obvious murderous intent teaching at our school. Lamau? Oh my god. Murderous intent daddy, I guess you could say. Alright. Off we go. I'm gonna save here. Alright. There's something apparently happening in the archery range or something like that, so I'm gonna make a quick visit over here. Archery range. Fujimura! You caught me in the middle of cleaning. Those archery club kids don't even unstring their bows. The worst is when they oh my god, the worst is when they leave their arrows stuck in the target mound. So who do I simp for in this game? You'll see. You'll see. I'm hoping we get to her at some point. There's technically like 3 routes in this game. And they start really early on. So yeah, better make this a series. I'm gonna make this a series. It's a really long game, honestly. I remember spending like hours after school playing this game on the PSP. And like, it took me like, I think about a week and a half of like non-stop playing this game to like finish it. So we're in for a long while. That's what JRPGs tend to be. Like, they tend to be very long, and this is very much a JRPG. So yeah. I usually make the kids do it, but there's no club activities leading up to exams, so I'm doing it. Huh? An entrance to the spirit world? That's just a rumor. It's not real. Exams are right around the corner, so don't waste your time on stuff like that. Go home! Shoo! Shoo! What appears in the archery range isn't an entrance to the spirit world, but it's Miss Fujimura. Rin. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. She's behind one of Tsukimihara's mysteries. I mean, it's fitting. I'll report this tomorrow, so I can go home now if I want. A day will pass if you go home. Let's stay at school a little bit before I go home. I think I'll poke around the campus a little longer. If I want to leave, I should head out through the main gate. Alright, so you're able to? You just refuse to? Oh, sad. This side gate is closed. If I want to leave school, I should exit at the main gate. Alright. The priest from the neighborhood chapel has been coming to school a lot lately. He's tall, dark, and handsome. Mostly dark. Lamau? Oh my god, do we have a Kotomine? Is Kuzuki like our Kotomine? No, Kuzuki is actually, yeah, Kuzuki is actually someone from the main series. Never mind. Kuzuki is actually, you suck, Lamau. Damn. Unfortunate. Truly unfortunate. Alright, let's get it back home. Maybe I should just go home now. A day will pass if you leave the campus. We're gonna go home. I'm gonna save my progress right here, right now. Alright. Humble as days, precious as gold dust. Where are the buyers? Interesting. Days remaining too. Yeah, your ex would know. What the fuck? Oh my god, what's up with this ex stuff? As I walk into class, the girls that normally flock around Shinji Mato aren't there. Shinji seems to be in a bad mood today. His usual passe of girls is keeping their distance. I'll ask him if something happened. What? Like I tell you if anything happened to me? Which it didn't. Nothing happened at all. Hey, you know that Ice Queen Rin Tosaka? She thinks she's so much better than everyone else. At first, I thought she would... At first, I thought she would be the only one who understood how lonely it is at the top. I tried talking to her yesterday, but I got nowhere. Maybe I just intimidate her, or something. Yeah, your ex... oh my god. I might have lost a few points for getting violent, but girls who talk bad to me get slapped. I'd never hook up with such a violent, stuck-up bitch like that, no matter how hot she is. Lamau? He got rejected. I know, right? Serves ya right, buddy. What a waste. She'd be perfect if she'd just keep her mouth shut. You agree with me, right? Right? Looks like there's some tension between Shinji and Rin Tosaka. Very L Riz, bro. Knowing Shinji, he probably hit on her and got shot down. Noob, I know, right? And why she'd take a shot at me? I thought she was going to spinning star kick me next. He continues to whine under his breath. I can only imagine how sleazy Shinji was being with her sleep. Oh my god. Normally, his super aggressive approach works, but obviously it didn't with Rin Tosaka. Life's so more interesting when it's got little shakeups like this. It's Fujimura again, isn't it? As of right on cue, Miss Fujimura barges into the classroom as the bell sounds. Phew! I made it! Good morning, everyone! Alright, no one's absent, and since there are no announcements, let's just start homeroom. You can't see how that way of flirting even works. Some girls like the aggressiveness. Miss, watch out! As soon as she turns to reach for the chalk, she trips and falls as she always does. As she falls, her fingernails drag across the blackboard with a horrifying sound. And thus, another typically Monday begins anew. Yeah, I know, right? As of right on cue. Midday. Oh my god, it's Mr. Kuzuki. And though the Great War had finally come to an end, regional conflict still persists. Despite the suffering of the previous generation, battles are still waged 30 years on. Standing behind the lectern today is the school's newest teacher, Kuzuki. Although he's supposed to be teaching math, his lesson seems to have gone off on a tangent. Of course, he's teaching history, but talks about war, right? He's supposed to be teaching math, that's the thing. How am I supposed to know my integrals from here? Now, instead of armies, attacks in ever greater numbers are being carried out by terrorists. And in an attempt to suppress these terrorist groups. With that bell signaling the end of classes sound. Sir, my pencil rolled under your podium. Can I go under you real quick? Lamau! I'm Professor Edgelord. I'm here to teach about math. I know, right? Fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god, this is making me think about Kamashiro. Fucking Kamashiro, anyways. Who would win, 100 men or 10 men with nothing left to lose? And with that, wait. And with the end of the day here, the tension in the classroom drops immediately. Alright, let us end here today. Oh yes, before I forget, there's an announcement from the student counselor. Recently, a rise in the number of slashing incidents has made the surrounding area dangerous. With that in mind, keep any detours to a minimum and head home as quickly as possible. Interesting. Do the math, students. Do the math, students? Do they? Do they do or do they do not? That is the question. Get home quickly. Good advice, but I still have to finish a few assignments for the journalism club. Why I'm so gung-ho about investigating the school's 7 wonders is a mystery even to me, but it seems important for some reason. Bro doesn't even know why this is important. It's crazy. I have to turn in yesterday's report. I'd better go see the editor-in-chief this evening. Alright. It's evening time. Does anyone else in here have, like, anything interesting to say? Hey, guess what? I just passed this gorgeous girl on the stairs. Could you be a new student? What? I'm sure you're just talking about Rin Tosaka from Class B. Rin Tosaka? I'd never heard of her. You've really never heard of her? Pretty, athletic, smart, classy. Or stuck-up Miss Perfect who all the guys adore and all the girls despise. Oh, Lamau? Sparkling blighted alpha. What the heck? What did you just send in here? Something went wrong. We couldn't find that clip. Oh, you just missed. The timing. The timing was even more. The timing was literally perfect. Hola. Gilgachad. Gilgachad? Hello. I like your name. Gilgachad. Are you referring to freaking Gilgamesh as the king? Like King Gilgamesh? Or like boy Gilgamesh? Because Archer Gilgamesh, he's a dick. Oh man. Would it be unrealistic to call Rin Tosaka the most popular girl in the whole school? Are you pulling my leg? King Gilgamesh is the goat. I would say King Gilgamesh is pretty goated, honestly. King Gilgamesh is a cutie. No te burles de mi nombre. Oh. No habla español. No habla español. Sorry. I don't speak Spanish. I don't know Spanish that much. Oh god. Girl, you're so dense you probably wouldn't feel it if I pulled your leg anyway. Okay, Papu. Oh my god, the sass. I know, right? The sass in this. What? I'm not dense. Much? But she wasn't wearing our school uniform. She was wearing red. How do you explain that? I don't know. I hadn't noticed. Huh? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. You would. Come on, let's hurry to our club. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I don't speak Spanish, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching. Thank you for dropping by. What do you want? What are you talking about? Mr. Kuseki, everyone says he's scary, but he's actually a good teacher. He taught history and mathematics. I don't think that's a... I think that's it. Hey, guess what? I heard this from a friend of a friend, but... You got your pencil? Huh? What is it? Miss Fujimura is living with one of the students here! Ew, you mean like romantically? But that's taboo! Oh my god. Excuse me? That's crazy! That's crazy, bro! Isn't our school weird? I can't put my finger on it. But maybe it's the teachers or the classes. Like, everything feels artificial somehow. Huh? Wait, that would mean... that... Bro's stuck in the simulation. He's waking up from the Matrix. That's it. That's it! Oops, don't mind me. The crazy, sometimes it comes out. The crazy! The crazy! Bro's self-aware. He knows. Oh! Our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? Interesting. So it was Tiger! Of course there's no entrance to the spirit world. This bitch. This bitch. The voices. I know, right? Thanks to you, the article will be great. Are you ready for the next article assignment? Yeah, totally. Anyway, the next unsolved mystery is... Yesterday, there was a girl dressed in red on the rooftop. Rumors are about Little Red Rooftop are spreading. Go find out what this is all about. A journalist lets the news guide their feet to the rooftop. Okay. I guess we gotta find Miss Toesucker. I mean, Tosaka. Oh my god, it's Issei. The girl on the rooftop? Ah, her. She just happens to be up there right now. I saw her holding the key to the rooftop a moment ago. Did you hear? There's a murder near the school yesterday. A high school kid was killed. What the... It happened on their way home. I lived near there, and now I'm scared to go home. Interesting. Did you... Are you guys seeing that? You guys see like the little thing popping at the top left corner? Yeah, right there. It's literally right there. Mrs. Toesucker, yeah. Mrs. Toesucker. Good Toesucker. I turned the doorknob and the middle door opened silently on its hinges. As a rule, no one is allowed up on the roof, but I can see someone's elongated shadow. The vibrant colors set off by the setting of the sun is enough to take one's breath away. And if you're looking at a dead pixel in your mind, don't do this to me, Bun. Don't do this to me. I swear to God, don't fucking do this to me right now. Under the now blood-red sky, a single girl looks out onto the town that spreads out below. Like a figure out of a painting, the girl seems to shine with the same red glow as the setting sun. What a beautiful sunset. I can only imagine how captivating this sight must be for the people who live here. Oh, I know her. Yeah, Toesucker. Green Toesucker. By the way, this art, if you don't know who this artist is, look up Wada Arco if you ever have the time. Look up Wada Arco. I'll type it in chat. I've talked about her art style before, and for good reason. It's because I really love her art style. I love her art style. It looks like it's this. It's this. She's drawn the whole Fate cast before, and it's so I just love her art style. And it's indeed a very beautiful scene. A shame that it doesn't really exist. What a Arco. Thank you, back. On the surface, it seems like such a benign, peaceful world. And pity that it'll soon come to an end. Rina's best squirrel. This place is merely an idealized imitation of the real world, and one done in poor taste. I wonder if there's any value to a memory that can only be observed and then left behind. Wow, I didn't realize how actually philosophical she is. I'm not quite sure if that last statement was supposed to express disgust or disappointment. As she finishes speaking, a faint smile forms on the girl's lips as she slowly turns in my direction. Her unwavering gaze makes it seem like she can see things hidden to others. Her eyes seem to shine with an intensity that rivals that of the fiery red of the evening sky. What's this? A notice from the system? Thanks for bringing it to me. Her designs are lovely. Huh? That's not it? That means you must be one of the generic students. Generic NPC. She was about to say weird NPC, bro. What the fuck? If one of the irrelevant NPCs can get up here, I guess I'll have to find another place to hang out. Irrelevant NPCs, that's crazy to call me. Excuse me? Continuing to mumble quietly to herself, the girl quickly walks my way. Oh well, at least this is a good opportunity for me to look one of you over. Stand still, you! Oh then wait, there's voice acting in this game? Yeah, there is voice acting. I don't know how I can turn it up, actually. Unexpectedly, her finger reaches out and touches my cheek. Oh! Wait, what's this? What's this? Do they know they in a game? Oh, whoa. Should I turn up the volume a bit more? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna turn up the volume a bit more. Is this getting better? Is this better? I like the volume like is this good? Is it too loud or anything? Yeah. Yes, this is good. Okay, cool. Or is she just quirky calling them NPCs? It's not too loud. Cool, awesome. Thank you. Is this a warning from the system? Direct interference does break the rules after all. Mumbling to herself, the girl disappears without a trace. It's like no one was ever there at all. That's crazy. She vanished? There or not, her form has been indelibly burned into my mind. Oh, you're still here. It's almost time to leave school, so you should prepare to go home. What's wrong? You look a little pale. The sound of Issei's voice pulls me back to reality. I must look completely dazed and confused. Maybe I'm tired, or... I'll talk with the editor-in-chief again tomorrow. In any case, I think the course of wisdom for now would be to go home like Issei says. Yeah, I'm down to leave. Save my progress right here, right now. Right here, right now. Hey, right here, right now. Okay. L. Auspicious star, such dazzling light, it drowns even in the chime of bells. Days remaining, 1. I need like the bell ringing from like Majora's Mask here. I entered the classroom. Once again, Shinji Mato, in the seat next to me, has a full house. I'm telling you, you don't have any talent. Give it before you look like a retard. So, you know what he said to that? What did he say? We're dying to know. Tell us. This wuss gets all boo-hoo and he says, I'll keep practicing until I get better. I can at least get better than you, who skips practice. Sorry, I have to laugh. Anybody knows that you can't practice your way into being a genius. If he wants to practice something, he should practice not sounding like a tool. The guy's not a total maggot, but he's so trash that needs to find a garbage can. Bro, he's talking shit about us, bro. This dude, he pisses me off. This fucking dude, he pisses me off. Best I can get out of you is it's Taco Bell notification. Lama. Yeah, no. Yes. That moron. People aren't created equal. Even people who are born above average can never reach the same heights as the naturally gifted. You must be so talented if you don't need to practice, Mato. I feel bad for that kid. Trash can't help being trash. It should learn to stop dreaming about being something better. I want to sock this guy in the face, dude. Oh my god. The bell rings. In response, the gaggle of girls shuffle off to their own seats. You know a character he'd probably like? She's just as much of a bitch as he is. Yeah, no. While we wait for the teacher to arrive, I get caught up on what Shinji said for some reason. Whether or not Shinji has innate talent, I think it's pretty clear that I'm a nobody. A nobody with no goals. I mean, when I try to even think about the future, I get overwhelmed. As long as I keep plodding along, someday I'll reach my totally average future. Yay. That's what happens to everyone, right? Are there actually people who break the pattern? How? I have no idea. For me, today's just another ordinary day. A trash can will always strive to do better because they can. They're called a trash can, not a trash cannot. As they say, right? Good morning, everyone! And... Suddenly, my heart accelerates, each beat painfully strong. It's as if my body's on high alert. I know it's not a reaction fuging from a... No. A trash ant, Lamau. Well, kids, this is a little out of the blue, but today I want to introduce you to a new friend. Look at this man, look at this kid. Huh. A trash can gets touched more than that boy ever will. He will only peak in high school. I was about to say Armin. He does look like Armin. He does look like Armin, huh? Except he has green eyes. Armin has blue. It's him. That blonde boy is the one who's causing my body's fight or flight instincts to prickle. He's adorable. I like him. Go on, Leo. Introduce yourself. Your new son. It's Leo. For what purposes? For what purpose? Huh? Well, Leo. You'll be attending school with these people, so I'm sure they'd like to know who you are. Oh, I see. These good people do not know my name yet. He steps forward, and then in a louder voice says, Everyone, my name is Leonardo Pistario Harway. In time. Okay. In time, it'll be a name known to all the world. But for now, it is the name of your classmate. I'm pleased to meet you all. I hope we enjoy our time together. The classroom is silent. There aren't even any jabs at his eccentric manner of speaking, or any coos over how pretty he is. Instead, the entire classroom is enthralled by his regal bearing. Entranced, even. Shinji's words come to mind. This is what it means to be on a different level. None of us plebs could ever hope to reach the level that this new kid lives on. I am inferior to this kid, and I just know it. It's not overextending to call his very existence transfixing. Like deer in headlights, we're immobilized by a presence far brighter than our own. Did he say plebs? He did say plebs. He did say plebs. If Shinji says anything, I will stomp him in front of his girl group. I know, right? His natural place is above us, looking down as our king. How did someone like him end up here? It must be a mistake. I'm so... Anyway, everyone, please make Leo feel welcome. And Leo, if you would please take a seat. Careful, he might like that. I know, right? With Shinji, yeah, no. With Shinji? It looks like the third seat in the second row from the right is open. Will that be okay? If he does, I'll finish him off with a hammer. Oh my god. Leo? Oh, you're addressing me. I see no reason to not allow you to call me Leo. I said didn't feel awkward to hear it from you. The MC has entered the class. I know, right? If you have the chance, I'd very much like for a delightful woman like you to visit my country. Riz? Question mark? What? Jeez, don't joke with your teacher. To your seat, Leo. I won't smack you since, well, it was kind of flattering of you to say that. Riz? Of course. I appreciate your diplomacy, Miss Fujimura. Leo, go sit down. I know, right? Then the boy gave the kind of easy smile that only kids can. That simple smile washes away the tension in the room, and people even begin to smile themselves. I think he's not so much a king as a prince. He may be above us, but he also has natural charisma that draws us up to his level. With a wrench to go to the back, Lamau. I can have a different meaning. Oh my god. Stop! However, it seems that there is at least one person in class whose mileage varies. I don't like him. Flirting with the teacher already? That arrogant little twerp. Oh my god. Shinji's clearly not happy. If you have any questions, ask anyone in the class or myself. I mean, come to me first. Come to me. Oh, okay. There's no need to be shy. Yes, I understand. I'm pleased that I will be attending such a good school. Crazy. Oh. Oh shit. Wait. Okay. Am I imagining things? Just for a second, I thought he shifted his attention toward me. Not towards anyone else. Not even Shinji, who's still bad-mouthing Leo, but to me alone. Yeah, right. There's no way a practically otherworldly person like him would notice bland me. Ho ho ho! The school day ended with nothing else of interest occurring. But that Leo, I can't shake the uneasiness he awoke in my heart. It feels like cogs somewhere have become misaligned. Not gonna lie, you ship your MC with Leo, Lamau? Wait, hold on. No, I'm just excited because for once, something happened. Well, besides what happened yesterday. I should report yesterday's findings to the editor-in-chief. Okay, let's see what people are thinking about with Leo here. It seems like more and more people are staying home. Could that slasher rumor be true? Oh my god, that is only 2 people here. Hey! Wait, hold on. A general meeting. Did you hear? There's a murder here the day before yesterday. There's been a number of murders in the area recently. Scary. Oh, holy... Ooh. I hear a familiar voice as I walk down the hallway. Who cares about a murder? Talk about my son now, Lamau! He's coming from around the corner. And there you have it. To summarize, about 30% of the participants have overcome the computer's brainwashing. What? These individuals now remember who they are. They're all Class A Magi. One girl in particular made quick work of the brainwashing. You might say she's a natural, and therefore more adept than Magi who have been more sheltered. Unlike those domesticated sheep, she's a wild Mofloon. Stronger, rarer, wilder. She could even bear to put on the school uniform the other sheep mindlessly wear. As novel as that girl's wildness is, wild things end up in cages. Still, keep your distance and your guard up. The voice coming from in front of the— oh, it's Kuzuki. What? Oh, I should have been— okay. He's speaking politely, almost reverently. However, this Rin Tosaka, the Harawayes in Asia have voiced some concerns regarding her. She is the daughter of a noble family, which makes her unruly behavior even more unbecoming. The voice that chimes in to join Kuzuki's is none other than the transfer student Leo's. Unlike in class, his voice held a childlike temerity. It seemed like Kuzuki's words bothered him.
I'm simply just... She is a failure, like the other dropouts, and so... She's below your concern.
There's nothing in the world that doesn't concern me, teacher. More importantly, I wonder what a domesticated being like me can learn from her wild bravery.
There is nothing, because you are already perfect. Anything you lack is something the world itself lacks.
That's crazy. You wanna redo the shipping? It was a joke. It's been a while since I've been scolded. I think I enjoy it, coming from you. Whoa, okay, well. In any case, I'll heed your warning about her. So, are there any other important happenings? He likes it. I know, right? Like parent, like son.
It's worth noting the assassins sent by those alchemists. I've yet to confirm anything, but no doubt they're lurking about.
I don't believe I've ever seen how an alchemist fights. Their charms, or their symbols, rather, are quite unusual. We have the opportunity now. Aren't you curious, teacher?
Wait until I have checked about this assassin first. Those are the only ones to watch out for. However, there are others with excellent abilities. A handful of others have passed the prelims besides Rin Tosaka.
Huh. I don't see the rush. I think there's much to be learned from observing the school. I'd like to take my time and enjoy, for instance, the beauty of things like the garden. I never knew what the story of Fate was. It's kind of convoluted. Give me 1 second. They seem to employ quite the skilled gardener. You should see the garden too, Mr. Kuzugi. No, brother. What?
I will respectfully decline. That ends my report.
I see. Too bad.
Then, if you need anything else...
It'll be best if we have as little contact with each other as we can. It is unusual for a teacher and a student to meet like this.
I understand. Be careful.
Yes, you too, brother. We really want to get caught, huh? I know, right? Following those words, they both disappear, perfectly in sync with each other. I didn't understand what they were saying, but I get the feeling that I shouldn't have been listening. I better scurry along there, huh? I better scurry along, pretend like I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear nothing. No nothing about no thing. No nothing about no thing. No whatsoever. Okay, let's see what Editor-in-Chief wants. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? What? Little Red Rooftop vanished before your eyes? If she disappeared, there isn't anything we can do about that.
Nothing we can do?
What's the Editor-in-Chief's reaction? It's not right. I thought she'd say something like, "Hey, don't scare me like that!" Actually, the problematic part is how nonchalant she is that a person disappeared. Your next story will be Mystery of the Courtyard Chapel. The Editor-in-Chief keeps talking like nothing happened. She's already on to the next thing. Should I say something? Hey, did you know there's a chapel on campus, even though this isn't a mission school? It seems the chapel has been here longer than the school. This is just a rumor, but they say that it's haunted and magic rites are performed there. I'm sending you to investigate. The entrance to the courtyard is on the end of the right side of the first floor hallway. Well, Nif, is it cool if you congratulate my growing Twitch following? It probably might not be exactly the most, I mean,
It's nice. Oh man. Oh, let's see what this school missionary thing is about. Oh my god, is that Kotomire? Hello, young pupil. I shall follow your progress with great interest. Best of luck. Hey, guess what? I saw the priest eating some super spicy food at a Chinese restaurant by my house. Twitch is growing, I see. Yeah. You're growing. Dance party. Oh, much thanks, much thanks. Thank you, thank you. That's... nice? Question mark? Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait, we wanna... Okay, this should there we go. This is probably what it is. First floor, garden. Oh my god. What the fuck? I know, right? What in the... What happened here? The man stands like a black stain, tainting the joyfully multicolored flower beds around him. It's the new teacher, Kuzuki. But the man standing in front of me isn't acting like a teacher by any stretch of the imagination. The sick malignancy of overbearing aggression fills the air. And then scattered around him are dead bodies of students? Why did you come in here? I'm certain I locked that door. I suppose I'll test you out. His thin lips hardly moved, but in the next instant... Holy shit. I'm bowled over as if struck by an invisible force. Chaotic thoughts bury my brain like endless grains of sand. What happened? Can I move my limbs? Seriously, what was that? Kuzuki hasn't moved. No one else is nearby. Who? Why? How? My thoughts whirl. My heart races. But we as NCPs deserve rights too, right? I see what you are now. It isn't you, I suppose. His voice was a quiet hiss, but I could hear everything he said. This man with cold, inscrutable eyes raises his palm toward me. Oh, I'm dead, bro. I'm so fucking dead. When I come to, I'm collapsed in the garden. The garden is silent. There's not even a trace of Kuzuki or of the corpses that had been there. I'm uninjured, though my body aches from laying on the hard ground. The cold sweat that had covered me is gone, too. Only the piercing pain in my head remains. Maybe it was just a bad dream. I gulp air and attempt to stand. The ground seems to move under my feet. I'm delusional. Of course the ground isn't moving. I'll give my report to the editor-in-chief tomorrow and just go home for today. I'm gonna leave, bro. I ain't staying around for this shit. I ain't staying around for this shit. Oh my god, okay. Zero.segment L.the.L. Where's the belfry? In that moment, gentle days end. Ba-da-ba-boom! When I entered the classroom this time, things are a bit different. Wow! Okay, then how do you solve this problem, Leo? In this case, you substitute this for this, and divide everything by x. It's the same simple equation that you used earlier. Whoa! You're right! Thank you, Leo! Unlike someone else, he helps out his classmates without displaying an ounce of condescension. And that someone is directing a nasty scowl toward the new kid. The bunch of brown-nosing idiots will suck up to anyone who's got their bigger pea brains than theirs. He's got bigger pea brains than theirs. Whatever. It's no skin off my back. People who are ugly inside are ugly outside too. Well, isn't the tea calling the kettle black? Good. He said 2 + 2 = 5, bro. I know, right? It seems that Shinji's gaggle of female admirers has migrated to Leo's desk. For once, Shinji's irritation is kind of understandable. No. I'll give him this. The brat is a real charity worker, laying on the charm for those foes. He's desperate to appear smarter than me, but I'm the real smart one here. I see what he's doing. No, these girls got taste for once. That's my boy. The dumb little kid doesn't know that I'm onto him. Reacting to Shinji's voice, Leo glances this way. Leo's expression is inscrutable, but not hostile. What do you want? You want to go? After a few false starts, Shinji finally manages to squeeze that out in a low voice. I don't know if Leo heard, but he gets out of his seat. The recall turns into a noticeable flinch, which Leo smiles kindly at in response. Let's fucking go. Okay, unlike Shinji's, Leo's gestures are filled with dignity. You wanna go? Go? Good. If I have unknowingly given you cause to be malicious, I would like to deeply apologize. Shinji Mato, was it? I'll be careful not to upset you in the future. His message firmly delivered, Leo returns to his seat. His soft voice bore no note of hostility or resentment. I know it's hard to believe, but maybe Leo wasn't upset. He knows when to bow down to true authority, it seems. I'm such a nice guy. I'll just accept his apology. Yeah, it's not like he'd ever pissed me off. People like him give me a headache. Dude. After visually confirming that Leo is otherwise occupied, Shinji feigns calmness and leans back. I hate it here. I know, right? God, fucking me too, dude. Phew! I made it. Good morning, I'm rolling my eyes right now and thud. That sound makes me cringe, no matter how many times I hear it. Everyone is desensitized to it for the most part. Even knowing that she'll jump to her feet in a few seconds, we should probably worry more. Oh my god. Teach? Come on, I know, right? Shinji still seems to be in a bad mood. It's obvious that he doesn't like Leo all that much. But with him, it's impossible to tell if he's really mad or just being cynical. Either way, it's just more of the same. Just like our homeroom teacher's daily dramatic entrance. And once again, the day begins. Alrighty then, let's pick up where we left off. According to Dr. Peaceman's biography... Can I switch seats? I know, right? During class, I thought I saw Leo smirk a little. But other than that, nothing exciting occurred. Today's just another boring day and a long string of boring days. Who here knows what amnesia is? It's a terrifying condition where an individual loses all of their memories. That's not what... It's caused by brain damage, severe trauma, or even infections of one's mucous membranes. Okay. The section of the doctor's biography we just covered touches on this condition. The cure for such a scary condition was discovered by Dr. Peaceman. With that said, using amnesia as an excuse for forgetting your homework isn't going to fly. When I was young, a fair number of my classmates were unscrupulous enough to try this. And before you get any ideas, I'm still young. In fact, I'm putting that fact on the test. Taiga. And as per the norm, Tiger's lecture starts to peter out. Just as a collective this again starts to rise from the students. Oh. Miss Fujimura. Without being acknowledged by the teacher, Leo suddenly rises to his feet. The tension in the classroom ratchets up immediately as all eyes focus on Leo. The young boy surveys the room with a mysterious smile, taking in everyone's startled glances. Oh, and of course, my fellow classmates. It is time for me to leave. We will probably never meet again. I want to give him a British accent. It is time for me to leave. We will probably never meet again. So I wish you all well. What the... My head... The pain... And before I forget, Miss Fujimura, I think you are still young, even now. Just as your presence is enough to remind me of the beauty of youth, you're a remarkable person. I'm so confused with this game, but I'm liking it. Oh shit. Oh man. After what seemed to be a very slight bow, he immediately seems to disappear from the room. Alright, then. Let's continue. Please turn to page 86. That's crazy. And accompanied by the sound of flipping pages, the lesson goes on as if nothing had happened. Showing off like that in the middle of the class. What a drag-ass. If you have to use the John, be a little more discreet. And that I have to leave crap. Seriously. Isn't he supposed to be some kind of aristocrat or princeling or something? Of course, what just happened is impossible. A highly suspicious disappearance in the middle of the class, and the teacher doesn't seem to care. No one in class says anything, and the class continues as if nothing strange has just happened. Yeah, a person randomly disappearing in the middle of the day, just in front of the class too, and says his goodbyes as well? That's kind of crazy, dude. It was the same dull, dreary scene as yesterday, and the day before. This can't be natural. After Leo's exit from the class, the lesson continues unabated, as if following a set script. Strange. This is definitely strange. It's as if the world tilted slightly and everything within it is losing its sense of presence. My head feels like it's going to explode. The pain is making it hard to remember who I am. Wait, come to think of it. I mean, really, who am I? What is my name? How old am I? Where do I live? How many people are in my family? What was my life like before I started attending this school? I can't remember anything. My memory has been completely erased somehow. How? Why did this happen? That's right, the editor-in-chief of the journalism club. As the president of the journalism club, she should at least know my name. I know I had to have filled out something when I first joined the club. I'll ask her. Hopefully she'll be in her normal spot. Oh my god. Holy smokes, dude. Man, where is everyone? It's like a ghost town around here. Things are getting weird. Oh, MC is a bit smart. Yeah, I know, right? What's with Leo all of a sudden? But after seeing that, I've had enough of this. What? Ow, my headache was gone from terrible to worse. I'm freaked out. You notice how some people are like a bit blurred out? Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? The editor-in-chief and her usual cheery self. All I could think about is the pile of dead bodies I witnessed. Yeah, right? No, I have to ask him about myself. Ask her what my name is. Huh? Your name? Just look it up in the registry in the library. What do you mean? Look it up in the registry in the library. Yeah, the school registry. It has everyone's names. If I look at the school registry, it might jog my memories. I'll go to the library. That's very weird. That's so weird. You want to see the registry of names? It's on a bookshelf in the library, I think. This game's actually spooking me. I know, right? Wasn't there a mechanical whirring in this room before? I found it. Tsukimihara Academy Student Registry. Once I read through this, I should be able to remember everything about myself. I open the book and begin turning pages. Immediately I notice something's terribly wrong. The pages are blank. Blank, blank, blank. Every single page was blank. I reach for the last year's school registry, and when I start flipping through the pages, blank, 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 blank. What is happening here? Who am I? And just what is this place? That's pretty creepy. That's pretty creepy. Oh, why is it empty all of a sudden? What it? We're breaking through the chains. I know, right? We're getting released from the Matrix. Breaking through the Matrix. I'm gonna go up here. The door to the rooftop is locked. There's a do not enter sign hung on the doorknob. That's crazy, dude. Okay, wait. Do they say anything different? Leo, probably her headache, so I don't think she's gonna say anything different. Okay, we're gonna go down. Oh, there's Leo. Oh my god, hello? There's something wrong with this place, but more worrying is the fact that I can't remember who I am. As I wander the campus, I see Leo walking down a hallway on the first floor. As a transfer student, I can't see why Leo would want to visit any of the freshmen. Also, there's nothing but a dead end up ahead. I wonder what Leo's really up to. Oh, hello? What the? Shinji? Sakura! Oh, it's you, brother. I hear that you skipped archery practice again. What in the hell's wrong with you? I'm sorry, brother, but You've embarrassed me again! How many times must I repeat myself, Sakura? Are you stupid? I mean, if you keep listening to others instead of me... Wait. Did I call you my little sister? I don't have a sister. I mean, I've always wanted one, but... Man, recently things have been kind of flaky. Ah! Damn it! What's this weird feeling? Brother, you appear to be experiencing fatigue. Inserting apology text, error detected. Please maintain a calm demeanor. Brother, please relax. Inserting reassurance text, error detected. What's up, Shinji? Whatever's the matter, brother? Select desired sister personality. Oh no, it's ChatGPT, I know, right? Things will get worse if you don't decide. But any choice you make will be the wrong one. So why not totally lose it, brother? Calm down, brother. What's going on? Damn, everything's going haywire. Brother, wait! Cease forward progress! Relation construct, brother, Sakura Mato's speech begins to skip and repeat, almost as if she is a malfunctioning robot. It's like she was reading from a script rather than engaging in a normal conversation. It wasn't the only incredible fleeing Shinji. It wasn't only the incredible fleeing Shinji or the robotic Sakura that was going insane. Vertigo overcomes me as the school starts to waver. Something strange is happening to the world. Okay, let's go see what Leo's up to. I suddenly have this weird feeling that someone or something is up ahead in the hallway. Who, for some reason, is examining the wall at the end of the hallway with an almost excessive interest. We're gonna crash, I know, right? And the attention to detail is quite impressive. Even the surrounding air is surprisingly substantial. If that is the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. Talk again, but that's just my opinion. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? This freaking fourth wall breaking, bro. This meta fourth wall breaking That's crazy. In that moment, it feels like my heart skips a beat. Almost immediately, my blood pressure skyrockets along with my body temperature. Ba-dump, ba-dump, ba-dump. My pulse is like an explosion in my ears as my blood races through my veins, and the reason is clear. Now Leo, has turned to face me. I now know for sure he's talking to me, as there's nobody else present besides the two of us. Just the two of us. Greetings. I believe this is the first time we've had an actual conversation. I don't feel any sense of hostility from Leo. In fact, his smile seems genuinely friendly. His smile has the same effect on me as the rising of the morning sun, warm and comforting. In addition to his smile, his presence is inviting and inclusive, and I find myself drawn to him. Oddly, my words have vanished. All I can think of is doing as he says, as that's the only way to. My mind feels like it's in a haze. It's like Leo is controlling my thoughts in some way. Attending school wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before now. In that respect, this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time for fun has come to an end. I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. And for me, the time to do so has arrived. With those final words, Leo turns his back to me. Farewell. No, that's not quite right. I don't think farewell would be accurate in this situation. For reasons I cannot explain, I have the distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess I should use the more congenial see you later. Well, it's time for me to move on. I wish you the best of luck. With those final words, Leo disappears. It's like he ceases to exist. One moment his hand is on the wall, the next he's gone. The young man in front of me seems to disappear before my very eyes. I want to say reality rejected his existence in it, but it feels like it was the opposite, that he refused to be constrained by it. It wasn't any special ability that allowed him to do so, just his strength of will. With his departure, I feel as if a great weight is lifted from my very being. And rather than be a cause for concern, it brings a fundamental question to mind. Who am I? As the question pops into my head, it begins to take on a life of its own, searing my brain. That's crazy. This is crazy. Bro just freaking disappears into nothingness. What about Kotomine? Freaking priest, bro. He's not even here, man. This is the school's main gate. It is the fastest way to return to the outside world. There's something clearly not right about this place, and as for me... Right. I'll just leave. Once I'm out of here, I'm positive things will return to normal. If I walk right through the gate... We're gonna leave. Right. If I could just get through that gate. I take a single step beyond the gate. Do you think this is how it looks like for NPCs in MMORPGs when we log off and never return? Probably. In addition to an excruciating headache, a painful jolt of electricity courses through my body. I can't move. My body, my consciousness, rapidly fading. In this brief moment of time, I feel as if someone is talking to me. Trying to escape this world will be seen as a forfeiture of your place in the Holy Grail War. What does that mean? Immediately after thinking that, my consciousness ceases. Oh, seriously? Oh my god, I forget. Yeah, I'm gonna have to literally like slog through. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna have to slog through this. A lot of skipping dialogue here. By the way, this is what like the visual novel that Fate is based off of kind of does too, I think. There's a lot of dead ends also in the original visual novel, Fate Stay Night. Okay. Yeah, I died. I actually died. Yeah, this is gonna be like an actual, probably a... I'm gonna be going... I literally just got up for 1 second. Yep. Yep. You know what I tried to do? I tried to leave and miss an important... Yeah, I tried to leave. Yeah, this game taught me to like save spam. Hold on, I have to talk to a lot of people again. Oh, that's different. Oh wait, hold on. I need to talk to the freaking chief editor. And then I need to... Okay. I need to go to the library. Okay, hold on. Library, and then flip through my things here. Hold on, I'm gonna save again. Just so that way I don't have to restart from craziness. Okay, and then here's Leo. He walks off. He starts talking about stuff. I think I try to leave with like without attending all the areas that I could visit. So I'm gonna quickly do that real quick. Okay. The rooftop is locked. I'm gonna save here because I just realized that I'm gonna have to save scum this, bro. Let's see if there's anyone in here. All right. I'm just trying to make sure I cover all my grounds before I do anything else. Missed an important... Yep. My brain is a whirring. Okay. Let's go through the garden here real quick. Maybe we can go into the chapel. A faint voice can be heard coming from inside the chapel. I wonder if a service is being held now. But as I try to move closer to better hear the muffled voice, my body refuses to cooperate. The voices are fading, and for once that's a bad thing. I know, right? It really is. I'm gonna chase after Leo, actually. I don't think I'm supposed to go into the outside world. Let's save here. Save here again. I investigate the wall that Leo disappeared through. It's just a concrete wall at the end of the hallway. About the thing on the floor is dust. About the only thing on the floor is dust. But I'm positive there must be something here, because Leo walked through the wall. It'd be so easy to turn around, to go back down the hallway and pretend nothing happened. But there are still things I need to know. I have no memories. That means I never had anywhere else to go but here. No place to return to. But what was it that Leo said? No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. That's what he said, didn't he? That beyond this wall lies the appointed path. And the truth. If I follow him, I'll learn the answers to my questions, even if those answers are painful. But ignorance is bliss. Do I have the fortitude to face the truth and accept it? I want to know. I want to know. Something's different. Down to the floors and hallways. The school has changed the very substance of its being. For some reason, reality cracking this way is intensely disturbing. The world around me is more real than a painting, but not even as real as the sandcastle. For science. For science! I feel like it's so brittle, I could tap it, and the echo would shake this whole world. Where the boring concrete wall once stood, now there's a doorway that I can freely walk through. It's an entrance. No, an emergency exit, like stairs to the outside. It's not something of this world. I have no doubt that the world the door leads to is utterly alien. Whatever awaits inside, whatever shape it takes, there's a certain sort of finality to seeing it. Ultimately, I've already committed to this path. I bid farewell to the false world and take my first step along the appointed path. Oh, snap. What are you? Beyond the door seems to be a dismissal-looking scrapyard. Out in front of me is a smooth-skinned effigy, while trying to figure out exactly what to do with it. Welcome, potential master. A voice comes out of nowhere. That effigy with you is your sword and shield for what lies ahead. It'll move in response to your commands. Now then, please proceed. The truth that you seek lies ahead. The motivations of the owner of that voice worry me, but it's obvious I won't learn anything by standing here. Also, there's no longer a path by which I can return. I have no choice but to head into the darkness with only this strange doll as protection. For science, bro. I made it. Within the deepest depths of the world beyond the door. This place must be the goal I'm supposed to reach. At least that's what I thought. It's stifling, the aura of purity that seems to act as a ward against corrupted souls who try to enter. The feeling is familiar. It has the feeling of a chapel where the spirits of the deceased still linger. Oh shit. Someone fucking died. At first I didn't notice, being overwhelmed by the grandeur of the room. But to one side is a young man in a familiar uniform lying still on the ground. I call out to him, but there's no reply. I shake him in an attempt to wake him up when I notice he's stone cold. I go as pale as the corpse before me, and I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare in bewilderment. It is at this moment. Oh shit. The fallen effigy lying next to the male student comes to its feet with a clatter. Before I get a chance to make sense of what's going on, it suddenly twists around and comes right at me. Oh shit. Ah, look at that first battle! Oh crap. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay, I see them. Yep. You seem to be lacking as well. We got whooped. We really did. I didn't stand a chance against that thing. It seems I wasn't qualified to be here. Me? Qualifications? That's right. I should know everything by now. The truth has to be here. But now... everything's going dark. I'm not even really scared. The only feeling that remains in me is regret. Even at the very end, I was unable to remember anything about myself. Someone, anyone, if you make it beyond here, please don't forget my name.
Oh shit. That's crazy. That's only the beginning, bro. Imagine doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke and wiping out on the first Pokemon battle. For real. For real. Kinoko Nasu. Oh my god, dude. You just quit. I know, right? Oh my god. Oh, my baber! She's my baber! Fate Extra.
His story has ended. But what about yours?
I've seen the blonde girl before.
Before you write your own story, choose the vessel of your power.
Many times. You might have seen her! A woman who wields a sword boldly. A stoic warrior clothed in red robes. A magical fox girl. This is gonna be part of the 3 paths, right? But honestly, I'm gonna maybe if I wasn't as attached as I am, I'd let you guys choose. But honestly, I want my baber, so I'm gonna go with the baber.
Saber, standard. A young woman clothed in crimson raiment, with the mannerisms of a man. The servant is best suited for novice players.
I wanted sword anyways. Partner with this servant. Bring me my baber.
Where's the belfry? In that moment, gentle days end.
By the way, we have already seen the main character, by the way. We have already seen the main character. There's technically 2 of them.
I always awaken very abruptly. I don't even think I dream. I suddenly find myself walking to school. My headache My headache worsens day by day until it finally buzzes in my head like an alarm. That day, in potent numbness, I wake up twice as fast as normal. I walk the schoolyard. It's clear and cloudless, 7:30 a.m. But what season is it? When I try to recall what season it is, I start to get so dizzy I almost pass out. I'd be amazed if we didn't play as the main pro tag.
Yeah.
I may wind up back in bed if I let go and faint. For some time, I have been embracing a rush of useless information. The normal stuff you'd see at a school, like the hustle and bustle of my classmates by the entrance. It hasn't changed. When I push the thought, my field of vision fizzles. Today, there's a crowd of students milling in front of the school gate, and more are being directed that way. As to what's going on, there's a boy in a black uniform in front of the school gate. He's my friend, as I recall. He's Iserudo, as I recall. I remember this from the first time when Issei notices me looking at him. He pushes through the crowd.
Good morning! Lovely weather we're having, don't you think?
Why do you look so surprised?
We announced at last week's assembly that this month the Students' Council would strictly enforce school rules.
He runs through his spiel as if this was the first time he'd ever disclosed the information. I already know this. I know it. I already know what happens. It's happened more than once.
Oh!
I'm seized by headache. I'm so dizzy, I feel like I'm being forcibly logged out of my consciousness. Logged out, you say? First, let me check your student ID. I shouldn't need to remind you, but it should be on you at all times. Student ID? He didn't say that the first time. My login ID is being checked. It's so obvious now. I answered clearly to the question that usually makes me go dizzy. We have seen these two before. We've actually seen these two before. I'm gonna go with male. And yeah, we can choose. We can choose. I'm gonna be I'll be my usual name. We're gonna go with We Can Fit It! Oh my god, that's crazy. Nephilim, and then maybe we can go... What would be a good name for this? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10? Am I saying that right? I think we have like 9 to 10. You don't think you saw them? We did. You may not have seen it, but we did see them. There were these two brown-haired characters in one scene. You may need to see this on YouTube. But also, if you can't tell, I've played this before, and I want to play it again because I love it. I love this game. So yeah, I don't even remember where I. Anyways, there was like a scene that we came across that and you'll love Saber. I do love Saber. So yeah. Okay, so let's go with Nephilim. I'll just name him Riso because like Riso for like ideal. And then that'll be enough. There we go. Enter a nickname. We'll just name ourselves Neph. No, there we go. Oh, shh. Okay, wait. Neph. Alright. Nephilim Riso, Neph. There we go. Great, there's no telling when an emergency might occur, and it will be a help. It will be a help if you have your ID. I feel nauseous, and I know it has nothing to do with what I ate for breakfast this morning. I feel nauseous because of the world around me. It's repeating itself over and over, and that's making me sick. Now for the uniform inspection, collar check, pant hems check, and your socks check. I want him to get out of my way. I want this repetition to stop. I push him aside and go forward. I'm not nice about it either. Next is the contents of your bag. Notebooks, textbooks, pencil box, not even a whiff of contraband. Indeed, quite remarkable. Oh, look at that. He keeps on talking loudly, even though he's facing no one. Damn my nails too? Damn the nails too. I have a headache. I'm shivering. I know one thing for sure. This is wrong. This is not the school I know. It can't be. I have to go. I have to hurry and wake up, or else it'll be too late. But who am I awakening for? My anxiety and headaches are only getting worse. Afternoon arrives while I desperately try to find a way to escape this bizarre situation. As is now the norm, my vision is overlaid with some kind of unnatural distortion. Uneasiness, futility, emptiness. I want someone to explain to me the true nature behind all of these feelings. There must be a key somewhere, something that will have the answers to all of my questions. That's creepy. That girl just... Event voices? We're gonna go on. I'm gonna put this on fast. Camera connections. Okay. Okay, that'll be good. And I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna save there. Okay. I think I kind of know where to aim for. We just follow basically Leo's direction. Look at that! That's a previous MC! Look at that! The moment I step on the first floor, my feelings of unease intensify. There's a student wearing a red uniform. Leo, the new transfer student. The instant I lay eyes on him, I immediately feel intimidated and humiliated. There's also someone trailing behind him. It looks like one of my classmates. The more I think, the more I realize that Leo isn't the only anomaly I've come across while on campus. There are other things that seem off as well. It's becoming clearer now. There are people who shouldn't exist, students that mysteriously vanish. The fabric of reality is coming unraveled. Don't turn away now. What is the truth? Don't turn away now. What defines the world you know? Don't turn away now. There's a reason why you're here. Come, do not allow yourself to close your eyes to the truth. Oh. Oh. Oh, interesting, okay. Leo and one of the guys from my class are talking in the hallway up ahead. The attention to detail is quite impressive. Even the surrounding air is surprisingly substantial. If that is the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? Ah, look at that! The earlier talk from Leo earlier? Yeah, from Leo? You guys, for a moment it feels as if he is including me in this comment. However, Leo begins speaking to my classmates, seemingly oblivious to my presence. Greetings. I believe this is the first time we've had an actual conversation. Leo gives me a smile with no hostility. However, I have the suspicion that there is something malicious behind his smile. Attending school wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before now. In that respect, this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time for fun has come to an end. I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. And for me, the time to do so has arrived. With those final words, Leo turns his back on me. Farewell. No, that's not quite right. I don't think farewell would be accurate in this situation. For reasons I cannot explain, I have the distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess I should use the more congenial see you later. Well, it's time for me to move on. I wish you the best of luck. Oh. Leo said as much, even going so far as to look in my direction. For some inexplicable reason, I'm not surprised that Leo knew I was spying on him. I was trying to get things straightened out in my mind when Leo suddenly disappears. The student who is following him also disappears after touching the same spot on the wall. At the same moment he vanishes, my vision distorts and the shock threatens to overwhelm me. What is going on here? I wonder if this place is the source of my unease. Let's freaking go. I'm following this. Like him, I place my hand on the wall, expecting to be drawn in. I see now the way to the truth, to why I have these feelings begins right here. I want to know. The atmosphere changes. There's a doorway, an entrance where the concrete wall used to be. It's not something of this world. There's no doubt this door leads to some place unfathomable. I bid farewell to the false world and take my first step toward the truth. Is there going to be an effigy here? There's an effigy. An entrance to another world. Beyond this door, the previous statement perfectly describes the view before me. Walking behind me is my strange, silent attendant. It is to be my sword and shield for what lies ahead. A disembodied voice suddenly confirms my thoughts. Although I have yet to learn anything, I need to do something besides stand here. At the very least, there might be some clues to this bizarre experience up ahead. I have no choice but to head into the darkness with only the strange doll as protection. Oh man, I didn't realize another hour's passed, dude. Okay, we have more control right now. So what's your name? Right, it doesn't speak. Ow. Okay. That's weird. So what brings you to this place? Right. You know, I really could have used like a talking partner, you know? Just helps to oh. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, snap, look at that. Okay. Effigy, if you were a potato chip, which one would you be? I know. Do you think you would still be able to love if you were a worm? No longer a typical school campus. The floors and walls, the air, even the aura are slightly off. It wouldn't surprise me to see a monster pop out from the shadows. It's very much like a dungeon here. Welcome, potential master. Do you like manga, Effigy? Yeah, do you like manga? Do you like big booty butt cheeks? Anyway, with a shocking suddenness, a voice begins speaking. It sounds like it's coming from the empty sky above. If you're looking for answers, you must reach the goal. Now please, step forward. Well, this is pretty odd. I remember. Might have to call you F? F it is! Like F Society. The illuminated cube in front of you is called an item folder. Inside of it is a farewell present of sorts for those about to face the coming trial. Touch it to open it. Ether shard, baby, let's fucking go. Before you is an enemy program. It is programmed to attack on sight. Touching it will initiate a battle. But you won't actually fight as you are too fragile. The effigy given to you will fight in your stead. If your effigy is ever destroyed in battle, you will no longer be shielded from harm. To put it bluntly, you will die. So be very careful in battle. But there's no need to be afraid. For now, just do what I say and you'll be perfectly safe for the time being. I feel bad for F if no one gives an F. I know, right? First off, why don't I explain a little bit about battles? First of all, there are 3 basic commands that you can issue in battle: attack, guard, and break. Each turn in battle is composed of 6 actions, and you'll need to tell your effigy what your strategy is to be. Battles are divided into turns, with 6 commands being issued each turn. Once confirmed, they'll be executed all at once. So, the thing that I really enjoyed about this game is that you have to anticipate the 6 commands of the opponent. You basically have to like predict a rock, paper, scissors battle in advance. The enemy before you should be quite easy to defeat as it will only perform break. Break, which is focused solely on power, shouldn't be much of a problem against attack. So break is strong against attack. Oh, fun. Now use the attack command to destroy the program. Use the directional buttons to choose a command and then press X to confirm your selection. And we'll even see it right there. So, attack hurts break, break hurts shield, and shield hurts attack, essentially. Enter 6 attack commands using the up direction button and then press X to annihilate the enemy. Fine, I will. Yep. I think I remember dying to this the first time, so I'm like, it's all break right now. So I think I should just... Here's the thing. The thing about Fate is that it works off of how you know... how can I say this? In lore, if you know the name of a servant, which is usually a historical or mythological figure, you know their ultimate weapon, their ultimate move per se, as well as how to defeat them. It's going to usually involve some relic of them, and yeah. Like, if you know someone's true name, like, servants have to conceal their identity. Otherwise, if you know their true name, you know how they're going to use their ultimate move, as well as how to kill them. Every servant wants to conceal their name, essentially. One thing to know is that in each turn, you'll have to plan a series of 6 moves that will defeat your foe. The goal is still far ahead. If you must bask in the afterglow of your victory, do so while moving forward. You can overcome break by using the attack command. Oh look, here comes another program. You seem nervous. Perhaps you're anxious about fighting in another battle? Do not be alarmed. That enemy isn't strong enough to harm you. It is only programmed to use attack. While attack is a potent action, using guard will allow you to defend and then counterattack. Guard can be used to reduce the damage caused by an enemy attack, but I trust you know this. Guard will not only block an opponent's attack command, but will also unleash a devastating counterattack. Now that you know how this battle will unfold, use the appropriate command to defeat the enemy program. So we're like kind of in like tutorial phase, essentially. The thing about it is that like it's such a... I'm going to do this. It even does an extra turn thing. $115, $114. Yes, that's exactly right. As you may have already noticed, performing 3 successful attacks in a row result in a chain. By performing multiple chain attacks, you can perform a devastating follow-up attack on your opponent. So if you perform 2 chains, you essentially do a total of 8 attacks throughout a whole turn. If you land 3 strikes in a row, you'll perform an extra attack, which is a special additional attack. While doing multiple chain attacks in the heat of battle may be difficult, the result make it worth the effort. Now please proceed. I can't even move the camera, man. Wait. Oh, that's right. I have to press the other trigger buttons. I'm trying to make sure that I find like any more things that allow me to like heal. There you go. You should be used to the fundamentals of battle at this point, but I'll walk you through this one last time. This program will only use guard and do nothing in battle but defend against harm. But no matter how stout one's defenses may be, it'll be for naught against the break command. So I just have to break it. Remember, always use the appropriate command for any given situation. Okay, we're just gonna break this thing. Yep. 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 You have been through 3 battles and have used the attack, guard, and break commands. Someone as intuitive and observant as you must have already noticed this. Each of the 3 attacks balances each other out, creating a situation where no attack is dominant. The 3 battle commands, attack, break, and guard, all have immutable relationships with one another. What I just covered is the absolute basics of the battle and the minimum info you'll need to know. Once you master the basics, all that's left is to test yourself in battle and gain valuable experience. Now please proceed. Alright. Looking around. Okay, so this one's probably gonna have like a mix. All the enemy programs you face so far only use one move, which won't happen in a real fight. Like you, your enemies will choose their actions based on the situation and general observation. Their actions will be very difficult for you to predict at first. As you face the same enemy multiple times, you will be able to read their tendencies and patterns accurately. When you first enter a battle, your opponent's moves will be mostly hidden from you. Being able to guess your opponent's moves with only a limited amount of info is the key to victory. This is what I really enjoyed about this game, is the fact that I have to like know their attacks ahead of the first time I'm about to fight them. It's really interesting. Although considering your lack of fighting experience, I may be expecting far too much from you. But anyway, please try your best. So I'm not gonna know anything about this one at first. Oh, never mind. Which I'm gonna assume it's gonna repeat this pattern. There's usually like a tell in the first 3 that make a chain. So I'm just kind of like thinking, yep. And then as I fight more of them, I'm gonna know all their attacks. Good job. Alright then, please proceed to the final room. Alright. I wish there was a way I could like just sprint through. Here it is. Look at that. The previous MC too. I made it. At the end of a very long road, after going through a door that suddenly appeared on the wall. The oppressive air of this place where the spirits of the dead still linger. Here's my goal. That's what I thought. Further in, it appears as if someone had collapsed. When I look into his face, it's a student who was following Leo just now. I call out to him, but get no reply. I shake him in an attempt to wake him up, when I notice he's stone cold. I go as pale as the corpse before me, and I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare in bewilderment. Look at that, it's the same phrasing. It is at this moment. And then the same thing happens again. The fallen effigy lying next to the male student comes to its feet with a clatter. After having to fight several enemy programs to get here, it's obvious that this thing is an enemy as well. Without warning, it suddenly twists around and comes right at me. I ain't gonna fall down, bro. Alright, oh no, I should have remembered the pattern from earlier. Okay. Yep. Ah, crap, it's a chain. No data there. Okay. He's probably actually designed to like... I'm trying this out. Yep. Damn it. Damn. Ah, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It seems you seem to be lacking as well. I can hear the sound of a distant voice. The time has come. With your inevitable loss, I will consider this round of preliminaries to be over. Farewell. I pray you'll find peace in your annihilation. This is the voice's final words to me. I don't have the power to protest. All I can do is stare at the floor. I think I'm going to die here. Suddenly, at the edge of my now hazy vision, a number of brown-colored lumps seem to rise from the ground. Actually, it might be that I just noticed them now. They may have been there from the beginning for all I know. Those lumps are the bodies of an untold number of fallen Tsukimihara Academy students. Oh my god. The guy before me wasn't the only one to fall. All the others made it here and died, unable to do anything. And in a very short while, I suppose I'll become one of them. Maybe I should just close my eyes now. I did all that I could, so maybe it'd be better for it to end now. Nah. I refuse to give up. I summon all of my strength in an attempt to get back on my feet. However, as I try to move, an unbearable intense pain shoots through my entire body. Get up! If that's not how it's going to be, if that's how it's going to be. No, if this is... I still refuse to give up. Get up, get out of my head. And God, I don't want it to end like this. I cannot ignore the intense pain coursing through my body. I've reached a point where I no longer see stars as my eyes feel like they're on fire. I feel like all 5 of my senses are being ripped from my body. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the pain. I'm afraid of losing my senses. I'm afraid of becoming a corpse. And the most terrifying thing, disappearing without a trace for any reason at all. It's not right that it disappeared here. My consciousness, shot through with waves of distortion, screams out against the injustice of it all. What was the purpose of suffering through those headaches, just to fade away here and now? What were they all for if I just fade away here and now? I have to stand up. It's okay if I'm scared. It's okay if I'm in pain. I have to rise above all of that, because I have yet to fight of my own. I've yet to fight of my own volition and on my own terms. Ah, she said it! Oh my god. I love her. I love her. I love her a lot. And indeed, you must embrace your fear of death and fight on regardless what fate may await you. Well spoken, nameless traveler. Even if the world will never hear of your desire, know that I admire and respect it. Close your hands into fists and raise your head. Your end has yet to come. In fact, your destiny begins now! By the way she's speaking in Japanese, it's reminiscent of like older, more ancient Japanese kind of speech. The sound of breaking glass is accompanied by a light cutting through the gloom. I managed to move my weary body and aching head to see what's happening. I didn't notice it before, but something was slowly rising up from the floor in the middle of the room. That form? Oh my god. Its appearance isn't much different from that of a human being, but something was different. Clearly so. The power emanating from it just transcended that of any human, or of any enemy I faced in getting here. An awesome power that seems as if it vaporized anyone it touched swirls within my body almost against my will. Now then, I shall ask you once more. Answer me! Are you my master? Sana you no. You no master ka? Yes. Just say no right then and there. Your words are few, but beautiful. I like that. I won't ask you how privileged you feel for summoning me. Alright, I give you my blessing. I will bestow upon you the honor of being my master. Ooh. She takes hold of my hand and helps me to my feet. From the hand she grabbed comes a sudden warmth and then a sharp pain, like I've been cut by a knife. On the back of my hand, as though tattooed, is a strange symbol that looks like some kind of crest. Totally confused, I alternate between staring at the mark on my hand and the person standing before me. And then, a noise behind me brings me back to my senses. Turning around, I see that the effigy from before is still there and now in a fighting stance. I wince uncontrollably, recalling my previous defeat at its hands. What an excitable master I have! Why are you so flustered? While I am by your side, have no fear that you may lose your way. Remember that victory is all that matters. My blade is the ultimate instrument. Even the muses themselves would bow before the sound it makes. Master, strike with my sword. Show me the extent of your abilities in this first battle. Oh my god. Oh my god. There it is. Alright, we're gonna do this. Nope. There we go. Yoi kiai da. Yeah! Morattazo! Oh my god! She says the same things in the app version of this game. Yo, tanoshii! Oh my god. She says I'm having fun. So I think she said like in the crowd, like basically you're something about applause essentially. I think you saw the app game. Fate Grand Order. Fate Grand Order is what it's called. The battered effigy stops moving. There's no way it'll still function after being effectively torn apart. That wasn't entertaining at all. Considering how long I've waited for such a moment, I am truly unsatisfied. She continues to talk. However, the sound of her voice doesn't quite reach my ears. I didn't think she was a playful one. So, if she... You've seen the blue version of her, right? The heat coming from the mark on my hand grew in intensity during the fight, and the resulting pain has become unbearable and burns through my consciousness. You've seen a few versions of her. What do you know, like, over the years? What do you know about... So when you say her, do you mean the look or the character? The mark imprinted on your hand is your command seal. It is proof that you hold dominion over a servant. You can use it to give 3 orders that must be obeyed. Think of them as disposable strengthening spells. Character, I think. There is a lot of versions of this character. But her look is kind of like multiple characters, essentially. It is also proof of your participation in the Holy Grail War. If you lose it for some reason, you will die. Once again, I hear that voice. I somehow managed to ignore the pain and listen to what it has to say. I can understand your confusion, but before I forget, congratulations. You have endured much to make it here. Now rest for a while. You've achieved your first goal. You need to know the story. Design-wise, I think the artist just drew the face multiple times, but we'll get more comfortable with this story. Cause it's a thing. It's a whole lot. It was an incredibly clumsy effort to say the least, but that's what made it all the more entertaining. I've had this duty for a long time, but this is the first time I've seen a master as helpless as you. Nevertheless, be proud of your achievement. Your quick thinking came as a result of nerves and rashness. Thinking about it, the voice sounds like that of a 30-year-old man, and it's really irritatingly smug. Oh man. For some reason, I could see the owner of the voice as a priest, dressed in some somber cassock. Oh, and you are curious about my identity? I am honored, but I am insignificant. I am merely part of the system. I'm just a guide, tasked with giving a standard message and given the participant personality of a prior participant. Actually, I need a... Here? Oh! Oh my god, wait, I didn't realize that. That actually connects to the... Oh man. I am no more than words. No more than the mountain you just conquered. No more than a record of the past. A record? So if I raise any objections to this voice, does it mean I won't receive any answers in return? Exactly. Well, this is unexpected. You have received a commendation? A commendation. Something about you having a light. Having a light, interesting. I have no clue who would say such a thing about me. But that short phrase struck my heart because, for some unknown reason, I knew the words were sincere. As for, I expect good things from you, it seemed like more of a command than an encouragement. Now let us commence your baptism. You have proven yourself worthy of the honor. For most, the monotony of everyday life continues on without end. Your decision to look beyond the accepted and progress means you have earned the right to exist. However, you have taken the first step. Be jubilant, young knight. The Holy Grail War begins now. I have no idea what he's talking about. The Holy Grail War? The right to exist? That is correct. An object of great power once existed in the world, one that could grant any desire. People called it the Holy Grail, and fought endlessly in an attempt to gain sole possession of it. Sorry, you have to leave, your homie needs some support. It's all good, it's okay. Go help the homie. This war, the system you find yourself in now, is an evolution of those struggles. You stand at the entrance of a deadly struggle where many magi will perish in pursuit of the Holy Grail. Homies need help, homies need help. Listen, magi. Had I bestowed upon the earth desire, had I not bestowed upon the earth desire, you'd be merely saints capable of committing sin. Now, fight to the death. The fiery throne of heaven will only receive those with the strongest of desires. The voice reverberates throughout his hidden chapel, as if it were the voice of a god. Kill? Magi? Holy Grail that grants wishes? These questions and more swirl inside my head and almost seem to carve themselves into my flesh. In war, a weapon is needed. That is your servant. They're the spear that pierces, the shield that protects. A legendary soul whose purpose is to clear your way to the Grail. That is the one who stands beside you. I glance over at the young woman in red standing next to me, who is looking up into the sky. She is my servant. It seems you have decided, and with that decision as payment, I now open the gates to the Holy Grail War. The marks on my hand, my command seal, once again begin to become excruciatingly painful. It's over. I can't take it anymore. I reach the limits of my endurance and my mind starts to shut down. As I lose consciousness, I can vaguely hear the voice's final words. Now, let the Holy Grail War begin. No matter the era, deciding who is worthy through battle is the divine providence of man. Magi, who have been invited here by the moon, show me your true strength. Gonna save my progress right here. And thus we have begun the Holy Grail War. The mire of everyday sloughs off. A war between magi. The wheel of fate turns. Weak one, temper your sword. And defend the value of your life. Binary Heaven. First week, the first selection. Combatants remaining 120, 128. Oh snap, look at that. Ain't that a familiar sight? If you haven't watched the anime, this won't look anything familiar to you. But this is something that's been present in the, and not the Fate Extra Last Encore anime. I'm talking about like the Fate Stay Night anime. The sky burns. Houses collapse into ruin. People fall to the ground. Roads come to an end. The conflict started here. With this, the world that will be restored. It is here that I alone had survived. Don't remember, never forget. Oblivion is salvation in sin. Never forget. I was born from perdition. This must be a nightmare. This had to be somewhere. It could be anywhere. These events that occurred in the true memories of childhood. A torrent of blood flows, and a voice resonating with bitter resentment can be heard. Lives fade away without a thought. Friends, family, strangers, all gone. Soldiers with guns. Families trying to hold together. A grotesque struggle to the last, until a gentle peace descends as death comes to claim them. I cannot accept all that I have seen. The question of why never left me. Even with the divide between conflict and catastrophe, why did such a tragedy occur? No, more importantly, why has this world been turned into a hell on Earth? A gentle rain begins to fall. All things once living fade away, leaving only one behind. Amidst the helplessness and despair, their souls' last feelings are of rage and regret. The rain wets their cheeks as their eyes close one last time, dying forgotten and alone. Seeing this, I struggle to rise from the depths of death. I will not accept what I have been shown. If I can live again, I will definitely. But there are no second chances, and before long, the rain has cleansed the scorched earth. Damn. Kinda wild. Never forget. I was born from perdition. What that means. Somehow, please don't forget it. So this is going to be interesting because I'm playing through this game a second time, but because I have to like sort of, I'm gonna be getting like a second reading on this, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna be basically getting new insights, I think, is a way to basically say it. About some of the characters I'm going to be fighting in this game. So yeah, it seems I saw some sort of twisted, distorted dream. With that, I wake up in the nurse's office. I must have collapsed and was brought here. So was that world, the effigy that blocked my way, and that servant, all a dream as well? No. This nurse's office is far different than the one I knew. It's similar, but off somehow. So you're finally awake. I guess there are no limits to feebleness after all. Hi, Baber. Hi, Baber. Hello, Baber. While you were unconscious, I had naught to do but stare at you while you slept. The overwhelming, unforgettable presence of someone suddenly appears by my bed. Beside my bed. What I think to be a valiant young man garbed in crimson is in fact a young woman. But as this being is not human, any normal conclusion based on gender or looks would be moot. But it's all for the best, as you have come to in time for the start of the Holy Grail War. Incidentally, you are fully aware of what the Holy Grail War entails, correct? Let's recite this. I kind of know what the Holy Grail War, but I'll do it for you guys. Holy Grail War? I've heard mention of it, but what is it exactly? You know nothing of the Holy Grail War? And yet you somehow managed to become a master. While pitiful, ignorance is hardly a sin. I shall instruct you as I am able. Firstly, the Holy Grail is said to have held the blood of a savior and has the power to grant wishes. Holy Grail. That Holy Grail is the basis of an entire body of Western religious history. A holy relic said to perform miracles that became well known through the Arthurian cycle. The original has been lost to time, and all that remains are base counterfeits. But no matter, the Holy Grail for which you are fighting is a different object altogether. Early on, the Holy Grail War was the name given to the ceremony Magi held to gain the Grail. In truth, It was a bloody melee from which the sole survivor would be granted the Holy Grail. In simple terms, the tournament you're now in is an approximation of the original Holy Grail War. Now new magi have emerged in a time in which thaumaturgy has all but faded away. Magi, magus. Although I can hardly believe that these words apply to me, it seems that others think of me as one. Whatever the case, it sounds like this Holy Grail War is a merciless fight for survival. You're hopeless. Here, to win is to live, to lose is to die. There's only one way to avoid death. The rules are simple. 2 magi are assigned to fight each other, using their servants as weapons. The magus who loses to their opponent is stripped of both their command seals and their life. My eyes are drawn to my left hand where I've been marked with 3 strange symbols. You will face a series of battles before you reach the Holy Grail. The details really don't matter. There are a number of minor rules, but the most important one is win. Simple, is it not? I doubt it's that simple. While I have a million questions, at least I know the basics now. And whether I want to be here or not, I'm now a participant in this Holy Grail War nonsense. Indeed, as long as you understand the basics, that is enough for now. Now then, do you know what a servant is? I'll do it for you guys. Sorry, I don't have a clue. You know nothing of servants either! It seems that your ignorance is boundless! With an irritated expression, the servant before me continues to lecture me with subtle disdain. Servant are legendary souls culled from the past to help masters win in the Holy Grail War. Only those whose deeds are acknowledged long after their deaths become legendary souls. The servants recreated here by the Holy Grail are drawn from those whose legends endure. Servants are basically soldiers, there to guide and protect the magus who summoned them. As per the rules of the original Holy Grail War, servants are divided into 7 classes. Originally, the classes of legendary souls were hidden, but things have changed over time. Saber, Lancer, Archer, Rider. What were the others? Oh, well, they aren't of any importance. Only the Saber class matters. The other 3 she forgot were Assassin, Caster, and Berserker. Also, these classes identify core skills only. Replicating every single skill would be impossible. A legendary soul's main traits are aligned with the class and then given form. It would be safe to assume that an enemy servant's class will give you clues about their powers. Furthermore, it is said that those of the Saber class are far superior to other servants. So then, allow me to test your knowledge. I'm sure you know which class I belong to, yes? Are you right? She's Saber. She's Baber, bro. Correct! As the Saber class is the best of the servant classes, it's obvious that I'm a Saber. If you don't know, she has a little bit of a narcissism streak going on currently. She's got a bit of a narcissism streak going on. You can make her worse, Lamau. No, please. Yes, you have answered well. I can sense the promise and potential in you. Now then, from this time forward, you may refer to me as Saber. No honorifics are necessary. As you are my master, I will allow you to address me as an equal. Saber. Her personality is going to be difficult to deal with, but she's definitely a worthy ally. Wait, if all servants are legendary souls, I wonder who Saber was in real life. My true name? I have nothing embarrassing to conceal, and I'd be happy to tell you. But it'd be a disaster if an enemy were to learn my true identity from you. But if my name were to be known, it wouldn't affect my resolve. or my approach to battle. I will share my name once I have learned a little more about you, but I understand your unease at knowing nothing at all. Although I can't tell you my name, question not the truth of my words. As for the Holy Grail, all I know is that it grants wishes and creates servants using famous figures from history. With you as Magus, and I as the mightiest of the legendary souls by your side, the Holy Grail will be ours. For now, let that truth put your mind at ease. Allow my sword to clear away all of your doubts. With that, my servant disappears into the ether. However, I can feel their presence nearby. They must be staying out of sight when they're not needed, so their identity can't be compromised. But how their identity would be guessed just by their appearance is beyond me. Look at that! It's the broken girl. Ah, Nephilim, you're awake. I'm so relieved. You don't seem to have any injuries, so feel free to leave whenever you feel like it. Also, all your memories have been restored by the Seraph, so do not worry. Any magi that seek the Holy Grail have their memories suppressed and are given those of a student. Only masters who manage to recover themselves are allowed to enter the main tournament. Now that you have regained your memories, please review them to make sure they're complete. Regained my memories? That's not right. Outside of my name, I can't really recall anything of my past. I realized that everyone around me was forced to believe they were normal students. However, I cannot remember a single thing that happened to me before then. Your memory restoration failed? I cannot help you. I, Sakuramato, am just a custodial AI. My complaints were totally ignored. It seems that she can't act beyond her programming. Oh, I should give this to you before I forget. A portable terminal. She gives me some kind of portable terminal. I assume it's not forgetting messages. I assume it's forgetting messages and whatnot. As a participant, you should pay attention to any messages that appear on your terminal. There we go. While in the terminal menu, you can check on your servant's current condition by selecting the status menu option. You can review the information you've gathered on your opponent by choosing the matrix menu option. Select the equip menu to change equipment and see what equipment you are currently using. Select the item menu option to check the items you have on hand, as well as formal wear in your possession, so we can change costumes. Select the system menu option to save your progress or load a game or change various in-game settings. So that's really the story, honestly, is it's like people participate in getting their wishes granted. Basically, think of this as like the Hunger Games, but not only do you get survival, you get your wish granted, essentially. It's basically, you can like basically think about this as like historical figure Hunger Games. Have you met Father Kotomina yet? I'm intrigued. Good luck in the tournament. It will test your limits. And we're on the moon, by the way. We're literally on the moon. I'm gonna... System, I'm gonna save here. The what? We're on the moon. Which is really interesting. Saber! Baber! Oh my god. Well, let's check up with this. So, Estes Istis, the embryonic flame. Ooh, okay. Cool. But yeah, what in the name of Hoyoverse is this universe? It's called the Nasuverse, by the way. The Nasuverse is like the interconnected lore of all of Kinoko Nasu's work, which is a very convoluted universe thing. Anyway, it's complicated to explain. So yeah. Finally, the Holy Grail War is officially underway. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I know, right? Seeing as my memories were sealed away during the prelims, I'm surprised I made it this far. So everyone around right now... Oh, and the 128 that we saw earlier, that's an indication of how many living people or restored people here are participating in the Holy Grail War. So at the time that we're fighting other masters, there's like other ongoing wars happening right now as well. So people are going to be progressively dying until one remains. So yeah, it's kind of insane. So this is the real thing, huh? The vibe here is totally different from the prelims. I went up to the rooftop to get a look at the sky. You should take a look. It's pretty wild. Interesting. Well, I find Rin there. Have you heard of the Kotomine guy? I haven't seen him around. Strange, that. Let's see where we currently are. Look at that. The wall from earlier has now changed into a door. I wonder if we can go down the cafeteria. Commissary? Yeah, look at that. We got access to the cafeteria area. In hell, money conquers all. Welcome to Tsukimihara Academy Commissary. So here we can like buy crap. PPT. Master's MP has increased by 50. Interesting. Okay, we don't need that yet, but... Alright. I usually take a chance to like ask everyone about something going on, because this is making me my one high school where you can only buy. This is reminding you of your one high school where you can only buy snacks. Yeah. So you're the infamous ghost in the machine. It's surprising such a thing exists. It's more surprising that Toosaka's participating in this Holy Grail War. It's sobering. Oh wow. That's weird. I can't get into the classroom. I guess I have to kill a bit of time. We had warm cookies, we had a variety. Ooh. The room's door won't budge. When I try to open it, I guess I can't get in right now. Oh my god, Issa Ryodo. Oh, you've gotten through. That's excellent. You haven't seen Tsukimihara until you've seen our rooftop. Things seem stricter this round. Kinda like the prelims. So, okay, all the student council types are NPCs. They're dressed in boring old black. Figures. If you have a question, I'm sure they'll answer you, or die trying. You're a master too. Don't come near me. I have nothing to say to you. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, fuck, dude. Each cookie was $1. Dude, I'm getting hungry now. I want my ramen. I want to eat ramen right now. Japanese history section. What is this? Art and design section. You want pizza? Dude. Relatable. Cultural anthropology. Gibberish. Let's see. Sports and recreation section. Rules for international matches of kabaddi. Interesting. Kabaddi. What the hell is kabaddi? Oh, natural sciences section. This is my area. Opening one, I see a picture of an old man researching perpetual motion machines in Hawaii. I guess one can only do their best. Schools encyclopedias are kept. Interesting. I'm also interested in this cultural anthropology section. The titles of the books are incomprehensible gibberish to the average person. Okay. Let's go to the building, like the rooftop. Binary heaven. Oh, look at that! Read! I've investigated the school from top to bottom, but there's nothing unique about it. The girl pats the walls and floors, murmuring something to herself. We never met, but she can't be anyone but Rin Tosaka. She has a nice face and figure, gets good grades, and is popular at Tsukimihara Academy. From what I hear, she even makes Shinji jealous. However, she became popular while the school was at peace. Things are different now. That defiant gaze is nothing like the vacant smile of a popular kid. The Holy Grail War. Oh god, she's here too. Yeah. Oh, he's? You mean she? Yeah, Shinji's here. Before I knew it, the school had been turned into a battlefield. Rin knows it too. Yeah, I hadn't registered it before, but we're all predators now. It's kill or be killed. I have to acknowledge that as the truth, even if I don't want to. Huh? Hey you. Hey, you over there. Flowery speech. Her eyes soften as she looks at me. Yeah, you. I haven't checked the NPCs out much yet. I know a simple way. Don't you move. Unexpectedly, her fingers reach out and touch my cheek. Such thin, delicate fingers. I realize how remarkable it is that so strong a gaze can come from so innocent a frame. Lamau? Imagine that. You're warm. Though you shouldn't be. Huh? That's weird, seeing a red cheek flush like that. Oh my god, she doesn't even... Her face is just 3 centimeters away from the tip of my nose. But don't. My heart races at the closeness. Would it be taboo for a master to date an NPC? I'm curious. Well, this is the moon, so I think so, honestly. I think so. This is like part of a lineage of games. So we're starting from 1. Basically like base 1. Game 1. Then we'll have game 2, which is going to be called Fate Extra CCC. And then we have Fate Extella, and then Fate Extella Link. I recently just got Fate Extella and Fate Extella Link, so we'll be playing those at a later time as well. So yeah. Her breath exhales warmly against my cheek and her hair tickles my bare neck. Oh my god, Jesus. Her pat down on my shoulders and stomach seems playful compared to the harsh gaze from earlier. We must play all games. We will. I am absolutely going to. I'm absolutely going to. Transfixed, I'm unable to move as her pale fingers slide over me. Interesting. You're more well-built than I had expected. You look and feel real. Maybe more real than most people. Hey, what are you laughing at? Hey, what are you laughing at? It's our advantage to look into everything, even the NPCs. She looks behind her, scowling. Although invisible, her servant must be there. Huh? He's a master too? No, master should be more... Wait! That means when I felt up... She's a little aloof. She's a little silly. She must be thinking about it now because she's blushing. As am I can tell. Yep. Ugh, how embarrassing. Shut up! I can make mistakes too, you know. Don't call me a pervert. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure she was addressing an off-color comment coming from her servant there. It could have been my imagination. Or a hacker such a detailed NPC would rarely exist otherwise. Anyway, you're to blame for being confusing. You're too bland to be anything but an NPC. Nothing but a blank look on your face even now. Were the prelims too boring to jog your memories? She touched on a subject that I would rather not think about it, even in jest. Damn, I know, right? It kind of grinds me to a halt. The jarring... no way. Your memory still hasn't returned? That's really not good. Once you enter the Holy Grail War, the only way out is to win. Leaving prematurely isn't allowed. Even without memories or previous battle experience, you still have to fight. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You'll be defeated in the Holy Grail War soon enough. As the concern disappears from her voice, I glimpse the real Tosaka, my opponent in the Holy Grail War. It isn't personal. She considers everyone in the Holy Grail War her enemy. An impudent blow, but it piques my interest. You will be an intriguing foe should you have the courage. Those are frightening words, Master. When we meet her in battle, I will give her my answer to them. Unlike my servant, I have no witty response to my future rival. I have to win. Now that I know what's at stake, I have to win. It means I have to kill. Well, I guess I pity you. We're not cracking into the system and destroying it. We're hacking. I don't know what's on the other side of the Seraph. Seraph's walls once it goes down. Did your soul get jarred after you made it to the main event? If it's lost or unreadable, then how about you investigate later? Well, in any case, you don't look like you're cut out for fighting. Thanks to excitement or nerves, everything feels unreal, no matter if you have memories or not. You can't help feeling like you're in a dream. It'll be hard to win feeling so disoriented. So I've lost my memories. Who am I? What's my story? What am I even doing in this Holy Grail war in the first place? I feel like they left them blank to like have immersion, essentially. To sort of write your own story about why you're here. All I know is that I'm a master, with a servant at my command. Oh my god, wow, holy shit. Let's see, and let's go around just to sort of get everyone. Hey Riso, remember me? We were in the same class in the preliminaries. Of course! Don't worry, you don't have to pretend. We're both using the plain default avatar. Knowledge? Philosophy? What's your story for why we're here? Knowledge? Philosophy? If I were the actual, like, first-person NPC here, speaking in a first-person here, if I had any reason to participate in the Holy Grail War, oh man. I mean, I could try to think of like... So I got like an in-character response, and then I have like a just me response. And like in-character response would be something along the lines of probably to just contain the relic, honestly. Because like having your hands on something as powerful as the Holy Grail is probably something that shouldn't be in the hands of anyone at all. So it's like, I'm taking that, I'm confiscating this, I don't care what any ancient person has to say, I'm taking this. And that would be like CooltheNephilim bounty hunter kind of reason. But just a me response. I mean, I like knowledge, but I like the act of learning. And that's probably why I wouldn't ask for knowledge, because I like to learn. And that means getting knowledgeable. It's doing the work to be knowledgeable, if that makes sense. That's what I like more about knowledge than anything. It's the learning part. It's being confused and working through that confusion to get to be something that's understandable and knowledgeable to myself. So I probably wouldn't actually ask it for knowledge or philosophy. If anything, I'd probably just ask the Holy Grail to make a good meal for me. Wouldn't you be able to gain knowledge during the journey? Exactly, yeah, absolutely. You absolutely would. It's also the reason why I wouldn't ask the Holy Grail to give me knowledge. Because I want to get that. Does that make sense? I want the gain. I want the gain, the confusion, as well as the clarity. I had a feeling you wouldn't ask, yeah? People with custom avatars like Tosaka and Shinji must have some seriously mad skills. So apparently these are like hackers or something? If the classrooms are bullpens for masters, then everyone here must be a master. Everyone looks so strong. I hope I can keep up. I logged in on a whim and somehow made it through the prelims. I must be a prodigy or something. My first opponent is Tosaka, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll take her out in a flash. Oh, this bro's so overconfident. This reminds me of your very active MMORPG days. Yeah? Once your opponent has been decided, it's like a tournament has officially begun. What? You don't know who you're fighting? You better go find Father Kotomine. Okay, so... Oh my god. She looks familiar. Father Kotomine must be an NPC. Like, he's the head honcho of the black shirts or something. Wow. If someone is decked out, there's a chance they're above rank or just spending money. My, how little have things changed. He's definitely not human. Well, not humane, at least. Not humane, that's an interesting way to put it. So you're in the oh wait, I just fucking talked to him. Okay. Father Kotomine? Find him yourself. He's putzing around the school. Lamau? Probably enjoying his fucking mapudofu. Oh yeah, that never changes. I know, right? People will always pay for pretty things. Oh, who are you? Your opponent is yet undetermined. That is unusual. Perhaps you ought to ask Father Kotomine about it? What are the chances she's paid to win? There are some characters who I think are pretty cool in this game, honestly. Like, in the story-wise. We, the Student Council, are responsible for ensuring the Holy Grail War runs smoothly. If you have any concerns, speak to someone in a black uniform. We will help as we are able. A 30% chance. Is Tosaka still here? She is still here, oh my god. Oh, if it isn't our resident lost little master. Is there something else you want of me? I said it already, but we're at war and you're my enemy. I have no desire to be your friend. Seeing as you can't remember anything, I guess any info would be useful to you. Since no one else is stupid enough to help, I guess I will. Lamau? Oh, she has a heart of gold. Tough demeanor, but a heart of gold kind of girl. If it's only about the basics, I'll tell you what I can. Though that should be enough, right? Beyond the basics, you're on your own. Poke around the Seraph if you need more specific info. What is the Seraph anyway? That's right. You have no clue about anything. Okay. Let me start from scratch then. Seraph refers to the artificial world where we are now. Think of it as a kind of virtual reality. With that being said, it works on a level far removed from supercomputers and network clusters. The creation of a single legendary soul is far beyond the capacity of most of the world's computers. But in this place, there are more than 100 currently in existence. Imagine the power needed to just run the preliminaries, with all of the necessary NPCs, etc. Things here are so anomalous that it requires godlike hacking skills just to gain access. And to be able to digitize yourself and exist here requires that you be a Magus level hacker. So, are you okay with that? With what I've told you up until now? Okay then. So, what do you want to know about first? Oh my god. About you! Why in the hell are you asking about me? I've no desire to even pretend to be your friend. You think I'll say something that'll give you an edge. Maybe you're not completely stupid. However, it's a moot point as you won't get out of the first round. You're way too soft and weak. Although I'm no better, seeing how much time I've wasted trying to help you. How depressing. Damn, we're getting cooked. I know, right? Cooked. Still, I owe you for molesting you. I still owe you for molesting you. Damn straight, girl. Jesus Christ. I'll help you with the basics. But that's it. Oh my god, I know, right? She's just straight up says it. Like, oh my god, okay. As the Seraph is a virtual world, I'm sure you're aware that none of us have any substance. Normal hackers enter systems using a program, but methods used by a Magus are far more advanced. She's more honest than some internet celebs. Right. A Magus will digitize their soul and then insert themselves into a virtual world such as this one. That lets them process data instantaneously, which would be impossible for normal hackers. Of course, you can't learn to become a Magus. You have to be born with the required abilities. Born into it. Yes, that sounds right. Magi are the ones who are born with necessary circuits. There is also what's called third magic, which allows weaker Magi to digitize their souls. As the whole point of this place is to win the Holy Grail, it's probably a good place to start. Since I've never actually seen it in person, I can't fill you in on all the details. However, I can safely say that it does exist and its power to grant wishes is beyond doubt. Some Western plutocrats have tried to seal it away, others are here to obtain it for themselves. Even dismissing rumor, the power inherent in the Holy Grail is enough to change reality, and the only last master standing will enter the center of the Seraph and claim the Holy Grail. That is why all masters are enemies. Of course, this includes you and me. Just had to shove it in our face more. Is that all? If you say so, I have no problem stopping now. Well, that's everything then. Don't bother me with any more of your stupid, pointless questions. Lamau? Okay, Jesus Christ. Remember that you and I are enemies. Even a temporary alliance between us would end badly. Instead of hanging out here, you should be using the time left to use more responsibly. Folded. Yeah. Just fucking clapped with that, bro. Just freaking clapped with that. Oh shit, there's Father Kotomine. Okay. I'm gonna save here. Alright. Oh, it's Taiga. Oh my god, what the heck? Hey, Nephilim! You'd be willing to do your poor teacher a tiny little favor, right? Right? Of course. Thank you. You've made my day. So my favorite Kendo sword has up and disappeared. I stashed it in the supply room, but it somehow managed to find its way into the arena. Since I can't go in there, I need to get my Kendo sword and hand it over during the first round. I'm not here all the time, so you'll want to check back every now and then. Thanks again. We have side quests. We have fucking side quests. How wonderful. Is this a trap? I don't think it's a trap. I think she just... We go on side quests. Yay, side quests, yeah. Let's go to this chapel real quick. But fuses cooperate, interesting. So that area just exists. Okay, so far right now we have 7 things going on. So we have that one girl with the glasses, we have Rin, we have Shinji, we have Leo, and then we have Kuzuki. I'm trying to think of other people who might be in this, but yeah. Congratulations, you've been deemed worthy to be a participant in the Holy Grail War. You may call me Father Kotomine. I am an NPC assigned the task of supervising the Holy Grail War. As of today, you and your fellow Magi have been given the honor of fighting in the arena up ahead. The war is run as an elimination tournament, with the Grail being awarded to the last person standing. In other words, the participating masters will kill each other until there is only one person left. Simple enough to understand, yes? Even a complete idiot should be able to understand the rules. Masters get a 6-day preparation period before elimination battles, which occur on the 7th day. I'd advise you to use the time given to you to devise the most efficient means of slaughtering your foe. On the 7th day, you and your foe will fight. The winner lives and the loser is deleted. If you wish to make a query, speak now. The right to ask about the rules is given to all. How do I survive this? As I've already explained, after 6 days of preparation, you must kill your assigned opponent. You've chosen your servant to use as a weapon for that very purpose, have you not? Preparation period? Of course, the other masters are given the same time to prepare for battle and to kill. As for how to prepare, I cannot help you. Do whatever you feel is necessary. About the terminal. The terminal will relay any messages generated by the system which governs the Holy Grail War. It is the course of wisdom but to pay heed to any messages we may receive. I'm prepared as I can be. I see. Good luck then. Is something troubling you? What was that? You have yet to be informed of your first round opponent. Wait just a moment. Strange. There seems to be a system error. I will locate your opponent by tomorrow. One last thing. Masters that continue to advance will be given a private room. I have my private room! Your room will be located in classroom 2B. Please enter this password into your terminal. Well, the time for conversation has come to an end. The door ahead leads to the arena. For today, concentrate on becoming accustomed to the inner workings of the arena. The arena entrance uses the same door you went through during the preliminaries. Good luck. So we're going to be doing a lot of reading, as well as a lot of remembering of information. I hope you all remember. Okay. You don't remember shit! Oh my god. Well, we're gonna die. It's been good. It's been GG's, y'all. Okay, here we go. Kotomine told me Classroom 2B was my favorite room. If I hold up my computer terminal, I can enter. When I raise the terminal to the knob, I hear a low hum, or maybe an incantation. The door opens. I love these moments. So, like, this is when we get to bond with our servant. This room is rather dreary, but we endure what we must. Sakura Tange, that's her voice actor. I shall make it my audience chamber. If you have any grievances, you may address them to me here. I'm relieved at both Saber's good mood and the fact that my private room was prepared. I should come back here when I want to talk to Saber. Let's speak with Saber right now. Damn, you a fan. I am a fan indeed. Wait, hold on. Yeah. What's wrong? You should be already accustomed to the school. Stop your running about and relax as I have. Though, I sympathize with having nerves on one's first campaign. Cherish that fleeting feeling. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna be like, yeah. She also actually sung a song too, for this very character, that we have. But yeah. All right. Oh, fun. All right. So, at the top right, we have our main. I think I'm probably gonna end it here actually, cause honestly, I'm getting hungry, and I think this is a good place to stop. We're gonna try and get through like the first prelims, during this, in the next stream. So, yeah. I hope it's been fun. Thanks for stream. Eat well. Thank you. Oh wait, hold on. I want to see. I do not feel like talking. You should focus on preparing for combat. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Yep. All right. There we go. All right. I'm gonna head out now. Thank you all so much for coming by, hanging out, and watching. I'm excited to play this again. Honestly, I remember playing this game in like I think high school. Yeah, high school on the PSP, and I remember like just falling in absolute love with this character, and I can't wait to do it again and get like a second reading and look at all this stuff again. So yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. Yeah. Hope you have a good one. Peace out. And I think tomorrow. Oh, we're gonna be playing Resident Evil tomorrow. Hell yeah. We're gonna be playing Resident Evil tomorrow. I hope you're all ready for that too. So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna head out now. Hell yeah. I'm gonna be jumping a lot in my boots because I don't like zombies. But yeah. All right. See you next time. Bye bye. Remember, you're cool.